I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Take my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. Some days I feel skinnier than all the other days. Sometimes I can't tell if my body belongs to me. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Content, hold your breath and feel the tension. Devils hide behind redemption. Honesty is a one-way gate to hell. I wanna taste consumption. Eat faster to waste oxygen. Hear the children sing aloud. It's music till the wick burns out. Be carefree lately, yeah. Just picking up daisies. Got one too many quarters in my pockets. Counting like the four-leaf clovers in my locket. Untied laces, yeah. Just tripping on daydreams. Got dirty little lullabies playing on repeat. Might as well just ride around the nursery and count sheep.
A messy mind. Think I need to help you. I'm gonna try. Cute as hell, baby. Hotter than flames. Wanna burn together in a million sugar rush. I knew you were giving temptation, was craving. You love it, you hate it. Let me take the lead. Know you wanna play with me. Got secrets you might wanna see. You might wanna see. You might wanna. Lock the doors, zip it off. Kiss the neck. One more. Scream your name. Deep in the night. Work your way around my thighs. Storm my hips. My tongue that I scream your name. Shut it down, 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 down. I know I'm not gonna regret this. Wanna get reckless, put you to the test, yeah. I know I'm not gonna regret this. I wanna get reckless. I wanna get reckless. I want.
You are ruthless, yeah. You don't give a damn about what I do. You think you're the coolest. Who would ever wanna be like you? You left my heart in pain, yeah. You don't have to admit it now. You want me to stay, but I can barely use it now. You left my heart in pain. You want me to stay, yeah, but I can barely use it now. You left my heart in pain. You live a high life, limousines through your fantasies. You never knew it, but you were my lifeline. You got me drowning in the sea. You left my heart in pain, yeah. You don't have to admit it now. You want me to stay, but I can barely use it now. You left my heart in pain. You want me to stay, yeah, but I can barely use it now. You left my heart in pain. You want me to stay, yeah, but I can barely use it now. You left my heart in pain. You and me, hanging from the willow tree, quietly drifting in the open breeze. Suddenly, the wind blows you away from me. Now I see we were never meant to be. If only we could travel back in time.
intertwine. Your heart of gold, so pure, divine. And I lost myself within the fire, breaking free from my desire. A heart of gold, forged you to inspire. It's starfire. It's starfire. On this journey we will find our souls begin to intertwine. Your heart of gold, so pure, divine. And I lost myself within the fire, breaking free from my desire. A heart of gold, forged to inspire. It's starfire. It's starfire.
to pray today, but no one's listening anymore. Do I need to fade away or stay here laying down on the floor? I want to know if you be the shoulder that I need. I want to go, so take me to Neverland. Can you help me find a way? Where is the God that I need? Can I get some help today? Lord, help me with the blood that I bleed. I want to know if you be the shoulder that I need. I want to go, so take me to Neverland. Anxiety taking over me, I can't be the only one left. No, society breaking up on me, I just wanna be fair and taking a Neverland.
You stare. Oh, but there's no one there. We can figure this out. Put your feet down. We are the lucky ones.
Get to see Zywoo rocking a P2K. All right, well, everyone in the community is now going to start to shift if this is an ace with the P2K. Here it comes. 2 to hold. Masuta's there. Crossfire to bait in. Need Masuta's swing. Looking great. Look at that with the 2 of them combined in entire round 1. Just like that. Flurry of 4 frags. And just JT wondering where it all went wrong.
All right, well, it looks to me like old JT is probably going to go down very quickly here. Drops down the ladder. Takes down Zywoo. We'll need to find just 4 more. Just 4 more kills, you know?
Just, yeah.
1v5 on the pistol from the in-game leader here. It's very unlikely. Molotov lands, but he's already dead. So there you go. 1 on the board for Vitality. And look, I think that there is so much to talk about with this little French roster. Well, maybe not the little French roster, probably the only French roster at the moment competing towards the top tier of Counter-Strike. And it's crazy to me, right? And I think it was crazy to the scene to see RPK I don't know if it was out of nowhere, right? We were talking about the struggles of the team and a change had to come in, but considering they had the whole Nevera situation, it's like, okay, well, they've just brought in a whole new name.
Yeah, I think I mean, what happened with Vitality, it's definitely a conversation for more than just a Glock Eco round, but I think to start that conversation, just having RPK as a blunt object who you could put on long and he could always get 2 when tested, you know, like his veterancy, his experience, was volumes of Vitality's success. And I think they were obviously holding on to that for as long as they could. It just got to a point where you couldn't.
And there's been some questions as well around the ZywOo level performances. Now, I want to make sure everybody understands before I go too far with this one that ZywOo, Simple, Device, Nico, those type of names are held to a different standard than everybody else, right? Because they perform at such a high level consistently. Now, ZywOo's had some spotty performances in recent time. Oh, Shox with 4.
Oh, it's lovely.
Is JT last again? Let's see. ZywOo won't allow Shox to get the ace. And now we should be getting into the gun round.
Is ZywOo fully absent skins? Like, is he just trying to be a whole new generation?
Well, he doesn't have a knife on right now.
No knife, no P2K skin. I don't know. Either way, we do see Shox getting all 4 here on the FAMAS. 300 kill reward for that. Nice control and nice angle, of course, on that Z-axis. Those unarmored Glocks didn't stand a chance, but they will now. We've got armored AKs. We're going to be seeing a little bit of a distribution of playground swing.
Yeah, Marky on your screen right here. Been impressed with him so far. Been looking pretty good on European soil. I'm sure there was lots of question marks about it before we saw him actually getting a chance to compete over here.
I mean, God, just the fact that he's never had the event experience that people on this Vitality squad have had. Now he gets to go toe-to-toe. And this is for your event life. They can knock Vitality out of DreamHack today. Marky hunting, nice find, needed that one. Shox shut down early and first blood drawn. They can build upon that. ZywOo spots the doors blown off as well as a presence within it. Fang there alongside Marky. Short pipe being taken, short water control is theirs. God, with only one M4 left as well, what's Vitality's best kind of foot forward here? With 50 seconds left, is it a gamble and then save if they don't? Or?
Yeah, it looks like a gamble call is already coming in here, right? You can see ZywOo and Masuda rotating over to back up Kyojin, and old boy Apex is now just going to be jump spotting on the side. They made the right call. Kyojin needs to step up. He spotted a few here. Under pressure now, the flashes are coming in.
Yeah, great flash turn by Sonic. Already the duel won by JT. Need another. Need one more from the AKs. Fang's the one to provide. It's only Masuda. He's gone. ZywOo looking to make it interesting. He's landed a tag in the MP9. Just not the weapon for the job. That's 3 from Fang. And I mean, I'm going to straight up grab him and throw him in the same pool I was talking about with Marky. This guy, 18 years of age, flying over to European soil and getting to hang with the big boys. This is every Counter-Strike nerd's dream.
Yeah, and I think that this online era that we're in right now is a nice little halfway house for a lot of these players that we haven't seen, you know, competing at the top level. You get to come over and play against the best teams, but you're still doing it in a controlled environment, right? You're not at the LAN, there's not the big crowd, there's not that whole pressure of that environment, but you're still, well, right here, DreamHack Masters Spring.
If they were doing this at DreamHack Masters Spring and we had a crowd, they'd have just had to watch as ZywOo walk out and everyone's chanting his name and they're all sweaty and jiggly.
Oh, Fang, look at this, the pressure. Shox is down straight away.
Ooh, and now on notice is ZywOo. Get out of there, son. I don't think it's a fight for you. Continues to stand his ground. Fang takes long. He's taking initiative and taking space. That's a lot. If he's tucked into the blind spot already, God, there is so much wind behind them here. They are actually sailing straight up long.
Look at all the space. With a minute 20 left on the clock.
There's 3 of them, but no. Fang, you're not brave enough to push now.
Nobody's looking his direction at all. If he pushes past that line drawn in the sand there of long, this could be the perfect timing, but a little bit tentative because he's probably questioning why he has so much space right now.
Here we go. Oh no, Apex has caught him. That was such a powerful position from Fang. Just lost out by the negligence, dare I say it, of Vitality's defense there. Kyojin, new addition to Vitality, gets a frag, and he continues that way. The trend extend by Sonic, and yeah, you're right. 4.
Oh, maybe not.
The M4s, now one trapped towards Graffiti and executed. This is going to be an awkward one. Do they want to commit? ZywOo, $0 in the bank. You just can't afford to lose that AWPing presence with the bomb ticking and no kits on that AWP. Keep what you can. Happy to see Extra Salt equalize, though.
Yeah, look, 2-2 now. And it was actually Shox when he pushed forward. He had the AWP. The fact he got run down was more than just the kill. It was the AWP stranded. So ZywOo couldn't pick it up. He couldn't be a little bit more mobile without looking for picks, taking back space. Able to save it here now. So that's great going forward for Vitality. But yeah, a bit of a rough way to start those 2 gun rounds, really. Na'Vi
performing without Simple, Vitality performing without ZywOo. Maybe we'll get Extra Salt performing without OC. I don't know.
Imagine that, right? Like that. I don't know how many people tuned into the Na'Vi VP series yesterday, but it was one of those performances where you can see Simple is impressed with his teammates,
Yeah.
right? He's clapping when they're getting stuff. It's like, well, if you're getting the tick of approval from Simple, something's going right.
Yeah, good
right?
vibes.
And Bit was playing fantastic, right? I'm really hoping it's not one of those Na'Vi anomaly performances and then everything goes wrong and it kind of cascades.
They just start arguing in the middle of a semi-final again.
I've been scorned before by the Na'Vi hype train, you know, so we'll have to wait and see. But we're going straight over towards the B bomb site on OC. Smoke towards heaven, flashes are through, and they're in a lot of trouble.
Kyojin is dead, and his friend is too. Apex is sticking around. Manages to recover an AK and nearly ahead. OC was there, does put him dead though, and now with the saved AWP, nothing really for ZywOo to do.
Yeah, nice little mix-up there. There's a big risk in that kind of a maneuver, especially if they go for like a 4-man stack and the AWP is there as well. And yeah, you could, but it's one of those situations you never know. This is Counter-Strike, right? So they've hedged, they've gone, we'll go for a hard B. We can probably use our utility proficiently enough to obscure the vision of the AWP and get on in nice and easy.
So we can describe that one as an educated guess.
Yeah, because like I know that people can be critical of being fast on anti-ecos or going fast against, you know, saved guns, but sometimes it's, especially on a map like Overpass, imagine you're doing a default spread and ZywOo gets a pick long, right? And then you're like, okay, well, we know the AWP's long. Meanwhile, he's rotated back towards B.
Yeah,
you got a guy walking up short. Oh, ZywOo's there. And then you're already down 2 men, right? So you need to really... I'm not saying consider all your options, but you're hedging in a lot of these scenarios, right? You're trying to avoid that danger. Here they're able to do so. ZywOo holds on to the AWP. Shox will go down to OC.
Yeah, it's as easy as A, B, C, and we do have a B. It's going to be the secondary stream. Furia taking on Pain Gaming, gets the South American showdown on Nuke to start off proceedings for this best of 3. It's Pain's pick, and so far it looks like they're on good stead to find an early T round. Already got some control on that lower side. So you can check that out. That's ESL_CSGO B over on twitch.tv. Easy to find. And we're back into the action. So we do finally get to see an AWP in the buy round for the CTs as opposed to just the saved and early frag. Shox, quick smoke monster. That's so deep. You really can't disrespect that. Masuta finds nothing on the jump, and Fang looking very, very ferocious towards short. Look at him. So comfortable to take these fights. He's already halfway into the site. Apex, though, happy to knock him on his ass. No support from his teammates. I say that as Sonic does provide a lot of smoke deployed by the CTs early here.
Yeah, they forced a lot of rotation, they forced a lot of utility, and they're keeping 3 players stuck towards this B bomb site. There is space towards A, but Marky and JT set in Monster here with the bomb. Are they going to boost? Over the smoke they go.
Okay, Kyojin. Ooh, yikes. I don't think that will be heard, but they don't know that. On the barrels, can't adjust in
Bomb spotted
time.
now.
Yeah, that's a problem. 2 frags to find. Kyojin provides them both. And a third just a little too far out of the realms of possibility. OC sticking around now with Sonic, and Sonic's gone very low. Just finished off by Shox. Now the bomb committed already through that monster pipe really does make this almost impossible for OC. He's going to have to try and play the clock a little bit, let that util be drained down. In fact, that was the very last can of flame. See what you've got for us, OC. First fight found. Shox' swing is neutralized as well. Problems now for ZywOo. 6 HP, but it's against the AWP. It almost a bit of an equalizer in that respect. 15 seconds as he prepares to plant. Fake. ZywOo starts his crawl. That does really screw OC's chances. Needs a head. ZywOo's the one to provide a solid attempt, but that is going to be the equalize. 3-3. ZywOo clutches up.
Yeah, it did a lot there, right? If we consider the long of this game here, that's a fantastic round from OC. Gets the bomb down, finds 2 kills, and that forces Team Vitality right now to drop a couple across. But if you look that in the microcosm of that one round right there, OC probably good for that if he gets the bomb straight down. ZywOo not ready for the fake. He can take that fight and he wins it. It's just that decision making, right? You never know. And this time, ZywOo's come out on top. The double AWPs, well, they're going to be in play here as we just take a quick look at the finishing blow from ZywOo. Shox onto the big green, same for ZywOo. On the other side, OC's picked one up, and we get back underway with the gun round. 6. This would be round 7. That was round 6.
You were just excited because you saw 3+3, weren't you?
Yeah.
One of those few math problems me and Chad can both guarantee.
Once we get after 5+5, it gets a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, God, yeah. You start throwing those double digits into me.
I'm a dancer's son. I think we go up as far as 8.
5, 6, 7, 8.
A boot scooting, baby, driving me
so crazy. My obsession. No, I'm not going to carry on.
I dance all day.
Thank you.
Romeo.
Is it Romeo or Rodeo?
I don't know, dude. I don't know the lyrics.
That
of
was
things.
Steps, by the way, one of the
5, 6.
Naughty's classics. Saz is the boost. Good to see that one pay off. And Zywoo didn't see that one coming from a mile away.
Yeah, it was a double AWP A hold, right? So Shox is still lying in wait towards long, and now that Zywoo's fallen, maybe they won't expect another. Oh, he has fired a shot. Never mind. They will expect
smoke
another.
that is from the CTs. Shox is like peeking long around his lurk smoke, but no one's home.
Trying to force him onto a bit more of a wide angle there. Apex, meanwhile, on that B bomb site, still jumping for info, and Extra Salt are doing a decent job of denying it right now. A couple in connector, a couple very passive towards the B backyard, and it looks like B is where they want to finish. Flash towards Monster. They'll peer on out. Kyojin calls nobody home, and that could be bad info. That might leave 2 players from Vitality, being Masuda and Shox, just planted on this A side as the B execute comes in.
And they want to use Monster Tunnel. Oh, Kyojin got a lot of info there, trying to find some headshots. It's damage. Not enough, especially now OC's taken Apex out of the equation as well. Only Masuda super exposed on Heaven, and it does look heavenly. Extra Salt 4.
Oh,
It's going to be Shox
save, yeah.
maintaining that AWP as best he can. Fang is definitely no stranger to the W key, is he?
He's quick on it. Oh, legs are spotted. I don't think Fang's seen much.
Look at him. He's so hungry for it. You won't jiggle it though, will you, Fang?
He knows he's here.
Oh, he is a threat. Constantly.
They're pushing him. They've got him locked in. Oh, that was JT's chance here. Shox might get away with this now. It has long to...
I reckon Sonic's got it.
Oh, he's so pinned.
Yes. Well played. Dude, Extra Salt, definitely not our team to be underestimated, not to be trifled with.
Yeah, good little chase there, and at a decent point to do so, because without that AWP, Vitality, they really don't have a lot going into round number 8. This was the opening kill onto Zywoo, just hiding in the shrubbery there. Bit of a peeping Tom old OC.
And you know why that boost is more effective than it meets the eye initially? Because you know, your first gut feeling is I'm super exposed. But the truth is that fight is really unfavorable for a CT. Anything in that front toilet angle, you're going to lose your head.
Yeah, it's very, very awkward fight right there. And, well, to take out Zywoo as the opening pick, that is huge.
Anti-eco previously was quite quick. Let's see if they try again, because Sonic and Fang do look like they've got a lot of intent towards short. Careful now, gentlemen. USP starting to try and pepper you. Swing from JT is important and already finds the first. Doesn't want to get a little too confident with it. That's 2 heads. Good shots onto Zywoo. He's gone. There's more, though, on the side. Take your time here as Kyojin meets his end. And last confirmed to wait towards that water position. Only losing the 1 casualty. Bomb down for an extra 300 for OC. Doesn't quite get it down, but there's Extra Salt regardless, extending their lead and doing so with 2 consecutive rounds. Haven't seen the CTs really, regardless of that 1v1, that OC 1v3 down to the 1v1.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing out of Extra Salt here. Now, as we mentioned earlier, for Vitality, this is only their 2nd map played since Kyojin has been in the team, right? Well, actually, that's not true. They played that last event with RPK, and then Kyojin stepped in.
He's been scrimming with them in the interim.
Yeah, so it's very difficult, first of all, to tell what we're going to get out of a player like Kyojin. You would assume somebody who can plug into RPK's shoes, so more of a tank position, right? We talk about as an anchor. You wind him up and he gets you a couple kills.
That's how it's been described, yeah. I mean, you know, when people were kind of questioning why he, of all the names in the French scene.
It was role-based, right?
Yeah, entirely role-based. At least that's the insight we've got from Vitality and their staff.
Well, Zywoo's been forced back again here, right? And if we take a bit of a look at the minimap, it is a passive stance from Vitality. No sewer control, no presence towards long, nobody up in the bathrooms. Zywoo's the most forward member on that A bomb site as OC and Co continue just clawing back all that real estate. Masuda and Shox right now are in swing on that B side as well, and it is just Kyojin being left with so much responsibility. If they keep going back to this B bomb site and testing Kyojin in his left in anchor positions, and he's not getting a kill, that's what Vitality are used to, RPK getting a kill. So we have to keep our eyes on how long they leave him alone.
Yeah, I mean, this is such an isolated position. How often have I seen players flashed and killed? Doesn't matter. Kyojin good for 2. Wow, and a smoke arrives from his teammates as well, perfectly locking the door behind the 2 casualties. Sonic and JT, 2 of the South African members of the Extra Salt squad. And so it's down to the Americas.
Time's the problem here. They can still get in. Need to go now.
Marky's on no, it's on short. OC's missed his shot, and Masuta should wrap this up. Fang and Marky giving it everything she's got. 10 seconds, he'd need the frag now. He'd need the plant in 3, 2, and 1. It does go down, can't be contested, or it can with a nice topspin nade from Zywoo from the top rope. Vitality back on the board, just about keeping their heads above water. Those CT finances are being tested in these trials.
Yeah, this is the thing. If they keep coming in late and making sure 2 or less players are surviving here, we talk about the magic number being 3, right? It becomes much more difficult on that CT side to drop guns across. Right now, ZywOo and Shox can drop rifles, but it means they won't be able to buy any extra nades. Kyojin should just be able to buy them, but it might be a Famis. So you can see just how the tables are not quite set just yet.
Didn't get to make my point, but with this perfect replay, I think it will be a good time to make it, which is that on that jail position, you are fully gambling. Like, you are overcommitted to that fight to the point where you are the only way in which you have an advantage is if they aren't pre-aiming that position. And often we see flashes. How many times have I seen someone on that jail position, blind, they hold down mouse 1, the spray is lost, and they are 2.
Yeah, I think that it can work in a couple of different ways, right? But the way that situation, if a flash came over with no smoke there, you bang on. You're almost kind of hoping they come through a smoke with a flash in that situation. The fighters are back out for Vitality, but yeah, Extra Salt, they just win this one. They'll break that cache.
Bit of aggression out of ZywOo. Plays anti for the first. Looking to peek into OC. He was there. No contact found. Oh, hello. JT reacts in time. That's a crucial headshot. Apex could have found an early man advantage for this CT side that's desperate to string 2 rounds together. We haven't seen Vitality win 2 CT rounds in succession yet. Prior to or after that pistol and its second.
They're taking some territory back off that death.
Yeah, they'll be rotating Shox quickly if Masuta and Kyo call this clear.
And we're going to keep pushing here. This is very risky, but it's a play they need to make.
So fast behind them. ZywOo's going to send them back down the stairs, and JT's the next. He answers the call.
He's not going to expect another here, surely.
Seems to be. He's head on a swivel. He's looking the right way and gets Kyojin's push.
They can go back to B now.
They certainly can, but will they? Fang so pushed up, keeps Shox on his toes. The bomb's so committed, it's long. It could not have been a longer rotate all the way back to B. JT's going to be ahead of the pack. Shox is there already. This is interesting. 40 seconds. JT's going to be loud about this.
Oh, Shox is here in this.
Yeah. And Z was on the way as well. They'll hold short. Shox responsible for Monster. This is a great setup. I'm not sure Extra Salt are anticipating this presence already on site. No, he's just going to hold it. OC's on the bomb unless JT can be the bodyguard. He's not there in time. Swing. Important. Finds the head. Anticipating the AWP. Anticipating, but not ready for ZywOo. Very quick on the trigger. And his 10th frag found, as well as the 5th for Vitality.
That was a great round from JT. What did he get? 4 kills in that one right there? He got Apex to kick things off. Then got the 2 guys coming through Connector, gets the trade kill, and almost sets himself up for the ace. That would have been one of the best rounds I think I've seen JT play. The in-game leader.
Bang.
Showing up in a big way here. Some nice shots.
That jump really did cost Apex. That was greedy.
Yeah, I think shooting on the jump here. As soon as he sees him staring, he was like, well, I guess I'm dead either way. Yeah, imagine. That was another close round. So the money still really not built for Vitality here. They are scrapping together another buy, and so are Extra Salt, Deagles, Galils.
This is where, like, this is the break point, right? If either team is about to pull away, it's whoever jostles for control and wins. Galils, Deagles, Tech-9s, Extra Salt have put everything on the line here.
Taking a bit of pace out of this one, right? And they're getting a lot of respect. So there's no huge push coming in from A. They haven't taken control of Sewer just yet either. Just waiting behind this monster smoke. And this looks like it's going to be just a contact play.
Flash is good. So it's the frag. Masuta there to pick up the pieces and does so with ease. More swinging out. A nice headshot finds JT. 3v3. Fang, a crucial duel now. If he could just find the head of Shox, and he has.
Huge shot.
M4 found, and now the round as well starting to fall apart for Vitality. Fang going long. This is big. If he can take that space before ZywOo can fill the gap, he'll be able to walk up on this AWPer. Boosted now, and that's perfect from ZywOo. The fact he checks completely nullifies the advantage that once held in the Extra Salt hands. He's doing everything to delay this rotate. Grey screen is your only option.
Oh, I like this. They're just going to stand and wait in that smoke. I don't know if they're going to creep through before it fades, but they're running out of time. Inching forward, and ZywOo's given up the sight. This extra smoke on OC, if this denies a key piece of real estate here, bank or that drop-down position, they might be able to set up for this Extra Salt.
Oh, smoke's on the site. The wall bang. This is the only way. And he's not going to hit the first. No, but the second does on the retreat. Bombs down. It's enough for OC to work with. Apex spotted out. Knows where they're both coming from. OC has to try and hunt this duel. Apex is ready, though. sharp as ever, puts the 6th on the board for Vitality. It was ZywOo's delaying, Apex working together in a nice unit. It was Masuta as well who actually managed to deter them from being in the first place.
Yeah, it's unfortunate there that they, in that situation, you understand why they're smoking the bomb spot, right? You don't know where the CT is defending from exactly. If he peered out long while the defender's trying to cover one of the other positions, bomb dropped around, done anyway. So at least they guarantee the plant in this scenario. And I like it from Extra Soul. They're not forcing the issue. They push in, they get a couple of nice trades onto B. They're trying to play the mid round. This is an unfortunate death for Sonic there, if we're being real, right? Like, it's just a ZywOo moment. ZywOo rounds are going to happen. And then Apex finishing things off onto OC. If he didn't flub his first, he gives himself a real shot in that one-on-one.
Big shout out to Fang as well, but not only finding that frag, but just knowing he had to take space. Like, he's already getting quite switched on to this very advanced European meta. Oh, Kyojin unloads his mag and combined with Masuta just sends this Tech9 back to spawn. That's the end of that. Nice and quick. The quickest round we've seen so far here on Overpass, but it does put Vitality within that 7-5. They're almost winning out the half now.
Yeah, this is looking much better here for Vitality. They were able to withstand all of those buys. That was the thing. Extra Soul were threatening throughout, and then they even got themselves into a position with that last round where, sure, it was just a B rush, but it was pistol upgrades. Still a difficult round to deal with. Heads up CS here, and they knock them down. But we get back underway with the AK-47s, and for Extra Salt, they can still break this bank, Alex. Take a quick look at Vitality's cash. At the moment, it's just Apex with 5k, Kyojin with 3.8. So a round here for Extra Salt could still be huge in this first half.
A new call for the CT setup as well. Double long. Enables you to get very early info when you want it, right? Shonk can push in, call playground clear, and that 3-man stack from B is immediately justified. The gap is underpass to Banana.
It's all on the timing here, right? Apex has just rotated back to deal with that gap you were talking about. So the gap that Extra Salt had is slowly closing, not completely.
But ZywOo holding this angle is very potent. Apex is passive, Banana is still the gap. You really don't know what's around the corner. And the ZywOo warp is going to be very, very destructive. He's even advancing. Shox is too, coming in behind them. It's all going to be about timing now. If OC's the last one in with the bomb on his back, it could really be a round ender. Maybe Apex does it all on his own. Trades into the site. ZywOo's on a very fast flank here, and that's the bomb.
Hello, everyone.
Spotted, Fang down. Marky next victim. A missed shot from ZywOo. He has to push the issue here, Marky. He's got 2 to contend with, trying desperately, but ZywOo's so ready. Only 2 remain. 1 spotted, the other swings out. OC's doing his best, as was Sonic. Was past tense. Courtesy of Kyojin. Good shots, can't transfer. There's another for the French.
All right, well, another good round there from Vitality, right? And I love that play. It's about knowing which puzzle piece that you're working with there. Like you mentioned, that gap, they gave it up. And it was fantastic for them because now the T's, they have to worry about not only the flank coming through from bathrooms, long is still a question mark because they never cleared that angle out, and they're focusing on the rotations coming through sight. So well played there from Vitality. The plan from Extra Salt right now with the loss bonus where it is, we will be seeing another buy coming through. So the AKs are out, no AWP for OC still, and some light util, right? We're talking flash smoke on a few. We've only got 2 Molotovs in play. There's not a single HE for those dunk nades onto the B bomb site with the barrels position or up close and personal to Monster. Extra Soul, I feel like they're worth another round in this first half here. They've been looking pretty threatening.
Yeah. You see if they can make it work. Super, super light on util. 1 smoke, probably for heaven. Maybe for sight. Molotov for barrels, couple of flashes over. Sonic's got the molly lined up. Short's going to be held, the door's blown off. Shock's going to provide support if they want to go short side. Fang has got that smoke for heaven. Oh, Kyojin, again, persistent on the angle, gets 2. Just on the slither gap, and the spray from Apex is good as well. The round is lost before they even see a CT. Oh, catastrophe for Extra Salt. And there's more through the smoke. We are going to have a perfect round here from the CTs where they haven't seen any of the players they've killed other than OC. Kyojin just working on a little slither gap, trying to jump into the line. Shox can't believe his luck. 10 frags found for him, but also 9 for Vitality. They are starting to really level this out.
What do you think about what Shox has done with his hair?
It's cool.
Yeah.
You know, like he's always had kind of the anime protagonist vibe.
Yeah.
But now he's fully committed to it.
He's completely embraced it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, well, Extra Salt, I felt like they're probably worth another. I don't know if they're going to get there, right? We are going to see primarily Galil's purchased up, 4 of which utility in a similar spot as it was last round. Vitality of, since they got rid of those double orbs, been looking pretty good.
I'd love to see a round that reminds me that OC's a prominent rifle presence as well.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He's the one with the AK. He's got no nades. His only purpose here is to kill. That's his only intent. Look at Shox' info. You cheeky bastards. I was going to be getting all of the info that he has to rotate.
Yep, you've crossed. Come on in.
Okay, but now the fact that they've lost Apex does mean Zai was going to be at a bit of a sticky spot. Marky will hear the rotate as well.
Oh, Fang's aware.
Okay. Ready for long. Keeping them busy. The rotate's coming in, but the bomb's going B. This is actually perfect.
Such
Vitality
an awkward fight.
convinced. And Marky's information is enough to get them complete control of the site. For the first time this entire half, Extra Assault have completely fooled Vitality. They're boosting as well. This is very nice. They have to find an advantage. It can't just be numbers. The weapons don't favor them. The bomb now does. Marky boosted up. Fang is still long. Good spot, Chad. Zaiwu's still hunting for him. He's on the wrong side of the map. And Marky.
Oh, no.
Tame the spray, Marky!
No.
He's been punished by the no-scope. Surely not the round. No, he can't afford to lose it like this. They did all the hard work, and Fang was the one that was so disconnected from the pack. Now there's a molly on his spot. He can't even contest the defuse. Go on. Yes, no, little to the right. Can't do it. 10-5. And that is a catastrophe. Extra Assault. That one was almost a guarantee. It's 10-5 on the half. We'll be right back. ...2021. The time is... Oh, it's about 2 p.m., so you're probably munching into your lunch, having a snack. Maybe even starting your first of your 2.5 liters a day. Stay hydrated, gang. 1xBet believes Vitality has this one in the bag, and we're ready to see if that pistol round gives Extra Salt a bit of a leg up into this one. I say we. I'm not alone. My name is Machine, and I'm joined by Chad Spoonge Birchall.
Part-time commentator, part-time air conditioner repairman.
Did you get it?
Nah, I turned it off. It might fix itself. So if there's any background noise, everybody, that's our fault. It gets hot in this little fishbowl of a room.
Okay, well, OC's actually struggled to connect any of the dots on his initial exchange, and Zaiwu's not going to bend the knee. He wants in, strafing in. Fang, that's the find he needed. 2 head, 3, in fact, for the CTs early. Problems now, bomb loose, Apex long. He's going to be hunted down, and that's Fang with his second. Make it third, actually. Solid start. Canadian puts himself in good stead to convert. Only Shocks, they can double peek here on the fight. He'll tuck in, perhaps, on the walk-up. Sonic's ready for that double fight. As soon as Marky confirms he's got contact, Sonic's there for the headshot.
Oh, simple as you like there. Clean that one up. A very important pistol round for Extra Salt. Need to win one of them in the series. And I always shed a tear when I see Zaiwu die first. As part of a rush, right? If he dies first with an AWP and he's picking somewhere, oh, yeah, that's all right. But when I see him die first as part of a rush, I'm like, someone else, just give your life. Give your life for Zaiwu.
He was the first
Please.
one in. Yeah, he was.
All right, here we go. We're underway, and we got the Team Vitality Classic Force Buy. And the reason I say the Classic Force Buy is because Apex, he loves the old Scout on these rounds.
Doesn't he?
One of the weapons he's roaming around with on the Forces. Now, on the other side of things, Extra Salt have gone heavy into rifles. We've got 3 FAMIs and an M4A4. Here's the man in question with the Scout, just scoped, running, leading the charge. He's loving it. An entry fragger of old turned in-game leader. Apex, Zaiwu, Kyojin, they take their way up long. They have some light util here. They've gotten control of this very quickly. Masuda working Fountain and Shocks.
Why do I feel
like
Vitality are about to win this round?
I'm kind of with you. If they keep going through long, there's a massive gap right here. OC and Fang are more committed towards the bathrooms and the connector. And, well, that third man to rotate back. Oh, Fang, the timing on this. Oh, Fang.
Oh. Okay, they're slipping the net.
He's looked a few times and they're actually
OC's
passed.
got his back turned.
No.
They've only got 1 kit. JT's on his way with it. And Zaiwu hits the first bullet out of his deagle. Problems now. Straight away, the bomb is down and the save call. Is it going to be made? JT, he doesn't want to let this one go.
Oh, Fang's all the way back around towards T-stairs. The Shocks are still waiting for him here.
Yeah, that's just going to be more frustration for Fang. Body shots is all it requires. His weapons now all laden all over overpass. You just don't want to give him a full weapon set for free. You don't.
Yeah, considering it's Famis's and the M4, right? They probably should just hold on to this.
They're going for it. And immediately losing head. Zaiwu 2 now on the deagle. Time very sensitive. He's lost all of his teammates and he'll lose all of his weapons as well. Chad Birchall with more.
It's practically a clean round as well, only losing 1 player in that type of a force buy. It's crazy how Vitality just able to get past the defenses like that. And I don't just mean up long. I mean that timing for Fang, it couldn't have been any worse, right? You could see we had his POV looking down towards connector, pivoting back up. Yeah, he's got 2 places to watch. OC, the poor man, he's dealing with long in this situation, doesn't realize no matter what happens in that duel with Zaiwu, he is dead a split second later regardless. And there's Zaiwu just popping off with a little bit more. So easy stuff for Vitality as they stretch their legs up to 11 rounds now. Extra Salt, well, they haven't completely forced. It's going to be some Deagles for 4, a P250 for OC, and Fang's about to be dead again.
Needs the perfect head, can't. Zaiwu provides instead. This was Extra Salt's pick as well. That pistol win would have put them in such good stead had they converted. Instead, though, double deeg from Zaiwu and immediately just down in the dumps. Early man disadvantage. Deagles aren't going to get you far.
Would like to see a bit more from Marky here in this second half. Well, then here we go. Now we're talking. It is a 3-on-3. The bomb is still all the way back towards spawn. No guaranteed real estate here for Vitality that they're aware of. Rotation coming in back towards the B site from a couple of the CT members. And they might get their forces in the right place at the right time. Ish.
Yeah.
Ish.
They're super non-committal.
And that might pay off, right? We still have 40 seconds left. Molotov towards barrels, that's like a clear indication that they're coming. The flashes now, well, that sells it.
God, Famas versus Deagle, it's certainly not a guarantee. Now he's taking the head off of Apex. The conversation gets a little more interesting. 25 to get the bomb down. Shox provides the first, and JT with just 1 HP, losing his teammate and the round in the process. Repositioning, hoping for a lucky head. Shox has put himself into such good stead that the wide swing is required. Zai will be able to provide the overwatch unless he loses his life. 1 HP in a dream, bro. It would have to be something quite absurd. And yeah, baiting the shots, he's doing everything right. Forces Zaiwu onto notice, but a nice reposition. Puts Vitality's 12th on the board. So we're going to be seeing the margin for error significantly reduced.
Yeah, especially when we get into those weapon rounds, right? Yeah. Extra Salt can go for another one of those like Deagle purchases if they would like, and then buy in that next round. OC's obviously going to get that AWP up as quickly as possible. But the scoreline will be most likely 13-6. As Extra Salt, we're seeing what they're purchasing in. There's a flash coming onto the floor. You've got a P250 with a smoke for Marky, a couple more P250s for Fang and Sonic there, a little bit of a late bite. But all in all, this one is looking like it has Vitality's name written all over it. Flash, they've gobbled that one up. It was just a simple flash, a single flash, and well, 3 players are ready to deal with it. Marky's stuck on this B bomb site. He's about to be dead meat. Well, he's a bit of a nuisance, but he's the only one here. There's nobody else to bait for him. There's nobody else to try and draw the fire. That smoke is just like, okay, it's a beacon.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Look at him, damn, poor soul. No, Masuta can't believe his luck. Smiling as he refreshes his HLTV page after the Eco Bash. Ooh, yes. 4. Back in Yanko's day, they were called an Eco Cobra.
Yeah, they even hissed.
They did?
Yeah. Let's get some people out there with the mop and bucket, try and clean up those eco kills. You had some people that were too hungry. You know, you couldn't put a leash on them. You're like, all right, guys, we're going to play passive this round. We don't want. They're up mid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just fighting.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Fur was one of those players where I'm pretty sure Fallen many times just said, hey, dude, if you could just stay, like, let's draw a line party, and you could just stay there.
That's pretty good for us. That works for me.
Yeah.
Don't know if it works for you. Let us know.
Let us know. Fill us in.
Well, the guns are back out. OC's got his AWP. It's not even a glass cannon. The guy's got lucky Kevlar alongside.
Okay.
Yeah, this looks a lot like B. They're priming a B here. Zai was just heading back with the bomb, so they've called off. So it looked like they wanted to head towards that B bomb site. A lot of utility was dumped.
I think the cue was that smoke onto the short pipe. Just immediately saying, okay, we will complete this strategy unless we lose, and CTs have made it clear they're going aggressive water.
And they've rinsed a lot of their utility early. A minute 20 left on the clock, only 1 smoke remaining here. So Vitality, they're in a dream world right now.
Good point. OC's actually really locked into long. By choosing this position, we'll take a look at the setup, of course, elsewhere up towards water. But as I was saying, he's tucked into the toilet side. So if he loses Fang, if he loses toilet control, his opportunities for retreat are going to be completely gone. Here he's about to be
he's locked in already.
On an island. He's got no options for retreat. He has to. The only way he can get out of this is with bullets. High, nice control. He's evaded the spray. A second chance though. Goes flat. Kyojin a bit trigger happy. Nearly puts one into Zaiwu. That would not have gone down well. Fang tucked in. JT ready to support. Needs to be taking first contact here, JT. Get your nades out. You need to draw fire. Fang. Set up for success.
Oh, no.
Jesus. Tames the beast. 3 on long. And that's a quick opening from Zaiwu. Smokes the cross to perfection. Fang, they know where you are. And a bankside plant. This spells trouble. Above the smoke. Nice find. Zai was doing a lot of work for Vitality here, but Marky's the one to best him. 2 on 2. Time-sensitive mission. No kit either. Marky has been quiet. Now can contribute. Both of them coming in from this bank side.
It's not planted for them. They both left the site.
Yeah. You'd think a little tickle would go a long way. Not holding it.
Oh, they're so worried about
They're
a flank.
forcing the fight. Yeah, look at them. They're like, this is a bankside plant. It made no sense. Vitality defy all logic. Playing the after plant, unable to stop that defuse, and it completely gets under Extra Salt's skin.
Yeah, I think a smoke and a kit, and there's a whole different scenario right there, isn't there? So Extra Salt just
the audacity.
losing complete track of them here. And yeah, you're right. It is pretty ridiculous that Vitality get the plant down that side and then evacuate. There's no real plan. Having to think on the fly, and well, it works. 14-6 right here. Back down to the pistols. Extra Salt to defend against the 15th. We'll need to hope that both those grenades purchased in by Fang and Sonic land exactly where they're designed. Oh, I think they landed exactly where they're designed. Nobody was home to receive, so no damage done, and B is already under pressure.
Okie dokie, that's an Apex special. You got any more for us, Marky? You might have to provide another head. He's hit the body, and that's all he gets.
Okay, well, let's call this one 15, shall we? Fang and Sonic, they were the ones with the nades over towards A. They have to rotate in. See if they can get an exit. You know, an AK wouldn't go awry right now, would it? You know, get that one-shot headshot potential.
Chad, do you know what the word is used for design of flags?
Design of flags.
It's like vexology or something,
Okay.
vexiology. Either way, I think Canada and South Africa are like right up there in terms of cool flags.
All right.
Like the UK, super busy. You know, I'm sure there's, you know,
Got lots
there's,
of lines on there.
there's a lot of reasons. It's all of the people that united into the kingdom. I get it.
Okay.
But
Mine's just got a lot of stars on it.
yours is all right. Yeah, you've got like a micro Union Jack in there.
And just some stars. Yeah,
But
there's some
the
interesting
maple
ones.
leaf,
The
look at the
Japanese
colours.
flag. You seen the Japanese flag?
Yeah, of course.
That's just the dot, isn't it?
It's minimalist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Whereas I'd say, you know, the French flag, it's got a lot of history to it, but they did just put 3 colors together.
I think that's what most of the world did, right? We like these colors the most.
Yeah.
We're going to put this on our flag.
So that's red, blue, and white. 15-6.
Yeah, a bit like that, isn't it? This
Yeah.
one here is difficult. This is extra salt, like going up against a Vitality who we knew not a lot about, but this is the Vitality playing like we expect, especially with Zai with 23 kills to his name.
I don't know. I'm of the camp to believe that this could have been a much more competitive overpass if a couple more of those breakpoint rounds in that first half went the way of extra salt. That OC clutch is one. Marky shuts down 2 members of Vitality. That could and would be enough, unless Apex and Masuta have got more in the tank. He's so low, but 10 HP in a dream. 2 from short side. Apex to plant. He's the full HP member, which isn't particularly favorable, especially now OC's managed to catch Masuta in the cross. Okay, loads of time for Apex to work his magic. Not known to be an AWP player. Would require a blunder out of extra salt, and not gonna happen. Okay. A 7th found, but they are going to have to go on another 8-round run if they want to pick this up. All doubt zone, no doubt about it. Oh, just repeating myself in different words.
No
Saibu,
doubt
however,
zone. No doubt about it.
No doubt, no doubt.
There ain't no doubt. I get knocked down. I've got a lot of songs in my head today. It's a party up there. I don't know what's happening.
I
think
decided
it's
that
Friday.
my entire generation were raised on the Shrek soundtrack. And I
Okay.
think that's where a large majority of our Orvorns come from.
See what you did there.
He's
Well, we're in.
Good grief. All right, Marky's ready to fight. Oh, my lord, a quick adjustment. Good heads. Sonic's down, though, and so is the site. Shox is already just ratting on the rotate, and now a very early man disadvantage for Extra Salt for the map. Best of 3 for the life at DreamHack Spring. Just OC in a 1v3. Look at Zywu's position. It's a round winner. It's a game winner. And there you have it, folks. Vitality 1-0 up in pursuit of glory and survival in the lower bracket. Extra Salt Absolutely. I think the desk has covered it fantastically well. I do think there is always going to be that slight chance, the curveball of extra salt, but I do echo the sentiment that Overpass was really where their damage could have been done in this series. They're starting off nice and simple, bread and butter play. We're going to be sending the bomb late B, going for early long control, and that's actually been beautifully received by Vitality.
Yeah, they're trying to sell this with the double smokes, but Shox is over towards Car, so he's going to be able to call all this clear unless they take it down.
Yeah. JT's going to clear it. This is going to be very convincing if they could just have hit the head.
Oh, it's called clear.
Yeah.
No need to rotate. They're ready for this on B.
Apex is there. No one's checked the first corner. Trigger discipline, and he can't believe his luck. To the back of the dome, and down goes extra salt.
That was
dissolved.
Yeah, almost the perfect setup to deal with that fake, right? Because traditionally, if you see a team take long and they get no contact, if nobody's there even spotting the corner, you're like, okay, so what are they doing? They're probably holding from top side and they have short control or more of a mid focus. So they're thinking, yeah, we can sell this. We can get this rotation going. But of course, Shox.
Oh, it was a team flash.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was like Shox calling for it and then... Oh.
Because JT had just seen him started fighting. Sonic was throwing the flashes that he was told to do in the dry run and just completely falls apart. So into the force spine, out long we go. Maybe a better chance this time. There's more members.
He's blind. He's blind. Tucked in. OC's dead, and so is the round. Okay, calm down. Calm down. ZywOo. Not giving him anything, is he? Just no room to breathe.
I think ZywOo's heard everybody talking shit.
Go on, get a third, ZywOo. You're not going to miss, are you? Nope, not at all. 3 on the scout, starting off with a bang. All
right, well, if this is quick, just like that second half of Overpass we just had, we might be having a bit of a break before our second series.
Yeah, might get some time in the sun, actually. Sun, is that a strong word?
The sun's out today.
Well,
not here.
I don't know.
You know, maybe through the clouds.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still definitely getting some of the rays.
I got the vitamin D in my bag if you need some more.
I've already chugged my vitamin D and creatine. I'm really trying.
Okay. All right.
Don't know why I'm doing that. I'm not exercising today.
No,
but I did exercise yesterday.
You did. You were in the gym after me.
Bang. Is it your old weights that are in the gym?
No, I don't know where they came from.
Masuta, $600 a pop. He gets nothing for it. And so, well, ZywOo will have to step up, and the nade does 98 damage to Sonic, or whatever it was.
Oh, that's the aircon again, everybody. I thought I turned it off.
Oh, it's mad. Yeah, all right. Chad Birchall.
So I'm really sorry about this, everyone.
Our tech support.
I hope that fixes it.
We'll see.
So we are working on it.
Is Rush here, by the way?
He is here. I don't know if he wants to talk to us.
Why doesn't he say hello anymore?
I don't know.
Hello.
He's Swedish Rush.
Swedish.
Because it's a DreamHack event, so it's Swedish Rush.
I came on the plane, I jumped off the plane from Svenska.
Why is he like a kind of Irish, Swedish?
Because, well, it's Russian accents, right? Rush and accents, not Russian accents.
Yeah, accents go a bit all over the place.
Did you check with Dagny if you're allowed to do the Swedish accent?
Yes, I checked.
Okay.
I worried if I was going to offend anyone.
Yep.
Apparently, it's not possible, so that's
to offend anybody? That's true.
Yeah.
I don't think Rush could offend anybody.
I do have a bit of the jet lag here, boys. It's a long flight from Svenska.
I'm sure it is. All right, this round is...
Oh, that's a great nade. Ready? No, never mind.
Okay, what is happening in this round? They have all 5 alive still.
Yeah, and they're probably going to plan.
They're definitely going to plan.
And the bomb is down. They'll take that. Looking very sharp there, Kyojin.
That's a great round for Extra Salt. They came in with just pistols. They get the plant. They got 2 kills. That is fantastic stuff. Sure, it gets cleaned up late, but you're not expecting more than that.
Yeah, this air conditioning unit sounds like a coffee machine.
Can you?
Yeah, I'll do it. Hang on.
Hold my cough button.
Yeah.
I think it hurt us.
It did.
It just stopped.
How mysterious. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Just making sure that we're not completely ruining your eardrums every single round of Dust 2.
Yeah, I think it stopped. All right, cool. We're back in. We're fixed. We're good. And you know what? We're into the first gun round. OC has his AWP. ZywOo does not. So let's see. What can Vitality defend against here? Going out long, flashes again. Looks like a fast A split.
Yeah, Fang, he likes his W key. So blind and gets to the blue bin. Big start there. Jumping for info and confirms Hyojin's there, but more contributions from the new boy. He's got big shoes to fill on long. RPK, a tank. And Apex, good damage. Marky on notice. Spots him on the cross back, but ZywOo's there to finish off the job. And this, okay. This feels very, very scary. This is a Vitality that do not plan to lose a single CT round. JT trying to change the dialogue, and only OC now. The smoke would enable him to get into pit. Tries to jump to peek over it, confirm if anyone was looking for that fight. And at this stage in the game, losing 2 on the long push. Kyojin's passed his first 2 tests for Vitality's defense.
Yeah, this would be a tough 1-on-3 to win right here.
Well, especially because everyone just doesn't have to move.
Yeah, and we saw him go for a decent attempt with the rifle on overpass, right? This time he has his weapon of choice, the AWP. Molotov could come into play, but that flash has to evade it. Backing off will be shocked. Safe stuff here from the veteran. Spotted. Can't hit the shot. Alex, we're going to jump into Skybox just quickly here. We haven't done this in a while. I want to point this out for everybody why they were able to get that long control so easily for the CT side. You're going to see this smoke right here lobbed on out. Now it creates a wall with that T smoke to get across the pit. I think he flubbed it a bit. You probably wanted to cover off there, but it got 2 players across of Kyojin and Zywoo to get control of long and stifle this long push. So good stuff there out of Vitality. Simple but effective. We'll try and do more of that. We'll see if we can.
I want that every round.
Well,
I don't care if you've got nothing to show me, just show me something.
Okay, well, we'll see what we can bring out, but the guns are out one more time. Scout this time from OC, through the tunnels down towards lower. So they're not doing a default spread like we're always talking about. This is more direct. I think they just want to walk out mid and fight.
Yeah, JT. Definitely one of the sharper tools in the extra salt shed, and they're going to be throwing a smoke Zai. We won't be able to contribute too much. And they're on their way. Okay, Shocks and Masuta ready for battle. Takes the first fight and loses his head. Marky provides. One more to find. It's Masuta. Flash now, should finish him off, and that's a great start for Extra Salt.
Might be a save call immediately here. That was so quick. Out the gate, straight down lower dark, through mid, and sure, Zywoo takes down JT, but JT has basically confirmed the save with that death. 3 players all over towards long, and well, on overpass, Extra Salt wanted to hunt, but that was after establishing a few rounds. This time, I think they might want to hold on to their AK-47. So a nice direct approach there, right? These type of plays, you're only going to get away with them probably once in a game, right? Now they're going to have to go into something a little bit more default. You remember when we were watching Fiend first game yesterday? They were good with their direct approaches, but then when it came down to doing the default spreads, they hadn't established that throughout the game, and they had a hard time getting in with that type of gameplay. But as you can see with the scores on the doors, 4 on the trot being broken right here, right now, probably going to go off in about 3 seconds.
I wanted to know, and this is a genuine question, this might sound a bit newbie or just unnecessary, but you know the kick at smoke that was recently kind of exchanged, like the super fast B-door smoke you can throw from mid, catwalk,
oh, yes,
yeah?
yes.
Like it's faster than any glaive lineup we've seen previously.
Sure.
My question is, will that impact Dust 2's meta in the sense that you can now straight up isolate those 2 fights on B with a smoke up mid? Like you can almost do those Virtus Pro cheeky fast B plants, force the saves more often because by virtue of that new smoke.
I think that it's I think it's something that you're not going to use a lot, right?
Yeah,
it's something that's only going to come out a couple of times because of how risky it is to pull on off. So I don't think it's going to have a huge impact on the meta, and it's hard to predict. So I know what you're saying. In those type of rounds, as soon as that kill comes in, yeah, it's basically
normally
done.
there's like a second wave to a B all in, which is, oh, will they smoke the doors in time?
Yeah.
Will the CTs beat the smoke? That's, you know, I'm saying that's gone with this discovery.
Yeah, and I think you're right. It would just suggest the save even quicker, right?
Yeah.
So if there's nobody able to contribute from outside doors who are holding off towards mid, then that one's basically done and dusted as a round.
Interesting. So they're actually posturing for potentially JT to sell something on short. A flash to force Zywoo off the line. They're doing B util initially, so the lurk smoke's out and they're going. Marky is.
Fangs out mid.
Yeah, flash is good. Marky swings out. Masuta loses his life.
Oh, it's all a fake. Bomb's dropping back.
Okay, trying to sell the fake. Zywoo's on the rotate, needs to catch them on the way to B site. He's actually thinking better of it and now spots them on the Xbox. This is going back and forth. They can't decide. Marky's on B. Now Zywoo's gone. Pivoting back, Shox is on the hunt. He can completely stop this rotate from 2 members. JT's there as well. He's completely locked JT away from the site. Sonic's yet to plant that bomb. Smoke will enable it. Bombs across now. Shox spotted, doesn't hit the wall bang, and he's got 2 HP left to work his magic. Sonic to plant. Very difficult to break through. They've got 2 flashbangs to make the magic happen. Here comes number 1. Number 2 pops, swinging in, head spotted and deleted. Nice from Kyojin, but it's JT to wrap it all up. An Extra Salt, 2 successes on the B side.
Yeah, good stuff there as well. And that round was very jarring, right? Because the mid and B defenders didn't know exactly what was happening because Extra Salt were back and forth, I suppose, right? They had that execute. They set Marky up to go for this entry here. If Marky goes down and Masuda lives in that fight, then this round is over, right? It's over before it can even get started. So that is a huge frag from Marky right there. And he allows them to be able to come back towards that B bomb site, because what it was a fake. They were faking the mid to B. They were hoping everybody bit and rotated through spawn, give them a free avenue to catch a timing up short. Didn't work out that way, but they still won the round.
Oh, he's such a threat. Oh, and he does get his wings clipped, JT.
Big miss.
That's a big miss. Enables access to the B site. There's 2 there, though. Could pull them into a false sense of security on towards this B attack, but they are pulling the plug, heading back towards this A site, which is the perfect call.
Yeah, there's no AWP here to contest. Kyojin pushing long. He's going to have a lot of info that nobody's home. This smoke from Apex is really important. Do they disrespect it? They're going through.
They have to disrespect it, and the flash is perfect. So is the frag. Apex does incredibly well to find one. I'm not sure there's going to be much more for Vitality into this one. Extra Salt, they've now proven they can access both the A and the B site.
Yeah, right now, Vitality are out of money. If they decide to go for this 4-on-3 situation at the A bomb site, they will have nothing going into the next round of play. Double AWPs being saved, though, that's a whole new conversation. So do we see Extra Salt start having a look on in? The bomb been down for about 10 seconds now. They'll be starting to get an indication that things are way too quiet. Is JT going to make the call for the hunt, or are they just going to allow them to keep these AWPs? Because, sure, double AWPs on the CT side of a map like Dust 2, that is super difficult to get past.
It's really hard not to want to see Extra Salt succeed, isn't it? You know,
Sure.
when you consider what they're representing, especially considering that the whole entire region has been, for lack of a better word, gutted. They have lost not only promising talent, but promising organizations. And now, you know, you've got representatives of completely underrepresented regions. You know, we had a few Canadians, sure, but Mexico, for sure, a new exciting prospect. And the boy Sonic on your screens right there from South Africa. I mean, their scene was micro. That is an equivalent to the scene you came from, you know?
Look, I think, you know, North America kind of became the haven for people from smaller regions to be able to go to compete with a decent paycheck, right? To be able to facilitate that lifestyle. So getting the Aussies over there, getting the South Africans over there, obviously the Brazilians migrating up. North America was kind of like a melting pot for everybody that wasn't Europe, in a way, right? So now that there's been a lot of organizations stepping away from supporting those North American teams in the region, you actually look like you have more exotic teams, right? You know, you've got a lot of Brazilian teams there. All the Aussies have left, unfortunately. But, you know, it's still quite that mix. And I think for Extra Salt, they're showing, right? We always knew that they worked hard. You could see that in their executes and their approach to the game. But it's good to be able to see them get these opportunities because you can tell that they're hungry. Yeah. Right? And I think that's one of the factors. Some of these guys were getting a paycheck and they probably weren't hungry in the past, whereas these guys definitely are.
Zai was lucky to be alive after that one.
Very lucky.
That was a double dink from JT's AK. Now Kyojin, another test on long. RPK's home, and this time he's not going to be able to deliver to the same capacity. Sonic in a nice elevated position on the barrel. Need to see trades. A double on the cards because Zaiwu's trapped on car. Need to see him go down. Great shot, dry peek from OC. Unforgivable. Fang, however, does recover.
Zaiwu's done well there, all things considered.
Yeah, he started on short. Finds a frag on long to contribute.
Oh, that's
nice
huge.
find from Fang. 4 in the round. He's on for an ace here. He's doing it all. Despite the shortcomings from his squad. 55 to finish off the job. Shocks on short, bomb across. They throw it across. That's smart. Fang will be able to be, I assume, able to play the after plant from long. Shocks makes it clear he's coming from short. This fight onto JT could determine just how potent of a clutch this could be. You don't want to put your head in the vice, do you, JT? Why would you?
That's heard.
Yeah, he knows they're both ramp. And there's JT holding a perfect line. Punishes the AWP. That's a hard clear for Shocks. And that puts them even 4-4, and the CT economy is shaken. They're quivering a little bit here.
Yeah, this is great stuff from Extra Salt. They're stabilizing again. Similar things happened over on Overpass, right? Like it looked for 1 point. Yeah, we're going to have a competitive matchup on our hands. And then Vitality started to build. This is the chance right here with Extra Salt going up against this half buy. We've got the Deagles, we've got the Scout out. If they're able to convert against this round, then they have a chance to really start stretching their legs. You can't give away a round like this to Vitality because as soon as they get switched on, it's going to be all over Red Rover. Apex has taken a tag early, and we love his reactions.
My favorite player to have. I'm sure anyone that's doing like the replay operations is just extra excited when Apex is in the server.
You know you're going to get some gold,
You know you're going to get some gold, yeah. Full on face palms. Okay, I like that Shox. He's actually surged forward in disrespect of the molly, and it's going to enable him to have all that information that JT thought he denied. Enables aggression through these tons early. Oh, they're going to have all the pieces in the right place. So this is going to come down to execution. Extra Salt, very good teams at the tippy top of Europe struggle against the Deagles when the info's found early. Can you overcome it? Zywoo missing shots, a good find. Marky puts the first on the board and a second in the feed as well. All wrapped up neat and tidy. One more to contest is Kyojin on shore. Apex already retreating away, hoping for a stray bullet from his scout to connect. And Salt, they want to try and keep this one close, right? You want to just not lose any of those rifles. Keep it clean, not close. That would make more sense. There we go.
Okay, 5 rounds here, 5 to 4.
This is about the break point, Chad.
Yeah, and I think that we can see Vitality. If they want to go for that double AWP setup again, they can. Shox and Zywoo can both afford them. It's just interesting the way that they played it, 1 mid, 1 B. Kyojin's board in. He's going to have everything he wants for that long position. No dramas there. Zywoo has purchased into the AWP, and same as Shox. Let's see how they go with the setup this time round. It will be Shox and Masuda over towards B, Zywoo over towards A in the early stages of this one. So they've split the AWPs up on the defense this time round. Maki's out long. He's made it to the blue bin. About to get very hot here. Oh, that's a flight path that Kyojin likes. He's rocked that out twice already, dealing with these long takes. So similar scenes when they try and go fast long. Extra Salt denied.
Flash perfect, absolutely perfect. And now Shox, off the back of his flash, can peek in and take out OC. Oh, and a second as well. Sonic added to the list. It's a naughty list. Shox, the one laying down the law. Lurk smoke is nothing for him. JT trying to maneuver around it, but Shox will take that as a gift. And not the frag. Good find. Needs another. Apex drops into the side. Bullet suppress, and that is 5 to 5. Vitality defends successfully, and big part of that was Shox on the AWP.
Yeah, they looked a bit flustered there, didn't they, Extra Salt? They lose long control, and then it was just let's go into B. And Shox, it was way too easy. The fact that he could re-pick like that, they're assuming he's not going to go for a fight on those same kind of angles. So trying to take back the space, just keeps jumping up, being absolutely cheeky. Really probably should have got the 4th there as well. Going to be frustrated with himself, not able to convert that one. But Vitality, they strike back, and we're tied up again, 5-5.
Brave. Very brave, but he takes down Shox. No impact to be found on the double AWP this time for the French.
Here's a chance.
Very big chance. How diligent is Fang? He's been scrimming lots in Europe. Let's see if the flashbang and the crouch come in. Pamps doesn't get punished as often, but nice, just bides his time, and in that juncture, they fall off. Patience prevails again.
They could be fortunate here because with this amount of time and the space out long right now, they're still not certain what type of setup Vitality are working with. Car's being called clear now with that U-tilt.
They missed the molly. They actually don't know.
Oh, it's gone a bit over the fence, hasn't it?
Oh, but Masuda goes for a very brazen swing. It does maintain the advantage for Extra Salt. One more on the AWP. Sonic's the one to convert. Zywoo's gone. He's provided 2 huge frags into round 11 here.
Yeah, both AWP has been taken out.
Oh, he was alert, but nutmeg. Nice catch from Fang. Just as it fades, a slight visual advantage. And just Apex in CT. The rest is just a formality at this point, and OC's the one to seal the deal. Happy to put a 3rd on the board for him. He has been quiet, and he has been a bit caged here at DreamHack Masters Spring. I've yet to scream his name.
Yeah, it's a different kettle of fish, yeah. This is a nice shot here from Sonic. Good flashes from JT there, making sure Shox could not see a thing. And this was very interesting from Vitality. I think they were expecting to commit a little bit earlier. What you want to do is when you're swinging out in that position, you're expecting the AWP to be overseeing from back plat or pit, but you want the riflers to be all hugging that close wall, right? And to be able to step out and grab yourself a multi-spray down. Extra Salt was still very wide of that, and with the scores on your screen right here, you can see the start for Vitality after that pistol round conversion, able to get 4 on the trot, but bouncing back in a good way has been Extra Salt. Once again, if this is the Vitality that you remember from last year with the 6-man, this is not it again. They've done the whole thing. They've changed their roster again. It's kind of like Heroic, right? They come into we'll just refresh our roster. Yeah. We'll make a new story. So Kyojin is one you're going to have to keep your eyes on, ladies and gentlemen.
They're trying the same setup. I wonder if they do go for that same 1 AWP short, 1 AWP long. Or will we see one tucked into B early?
Really rough on you two here, aren't they? Masuda.
Garbage spawns for long as well for the Extra Salt boys. It's
yeah.
Everything B.
That's a good call. Won't see that corner fight again. Lots of nades thrown out long there from Vitality to defend this now. They do have control of long. They've been able to drop Zywoo back towards this ramp position, but it's out fast for the mid to be again. Apex, are you going to be there in time?
Yeah, he's got Shox in support as well. Shox is AWP, finds the first. A smoke on the doors. Awkward as Apex pushes in, takes another. Fang, oh my god! Shows absolutely no sign of slowing, but forced to do so. Vitality, a clean defensive round.
Back and forth, right? Tied up again, and there's plenty of money for Extra Salt. We're not really too worried about their finances just here. If they're able to get into the site again in a round like this, get that bomb down, they should be good for the remainder of the half as, well, we've only got a couple of rounds left. Vitality's purchase is looking much nicer, much cleaner now that they stabilize with a round like this. Plenty of defuse kits, plenty of util, and JT's gonna cop a bullet in the back, but I'm sure...
He went to Chad Birchall's School of Counter-Strike.
Yeah, he'll keep on going. OC understands. Very, very early mid-control here, and this molly, if thrown, would have announced their presence for this short take. They will need to flash Shox off the line, and they have done perfectly. Shox will drop back. Short control now granted. How much utility to Vitality want to limp into this? Spotted up towards the Xbox as well. We are looking like a set piece, but Shox, this could unravel everything if he swings now.
Yeah, he's going to go for a wild one. Just misses out on the mark. JT's pushing in. Apex is in a prime position to punish this. No one's looking. And off the flash, he finds more damage. Double kill for Apex. Just completely gray screen. Volleys, flashes, nades. It's horrible. Suffocating.
Yeah, Extra Salt were hoping to get away with another surprise round like they did to Apex earlier, but too much utility. Absolutely denying anything they have. OC goes down, and now they didn't get that plant. So without that plant and the loss bonus being reset, it is not where I thought the money would be. I thought they'd have a little bit more of a convincing kind of fight. So yeah, we'll just be Fang with the cash money.
That's another team flash. I mean, we don't know how bad they are. Like,
yeah,
but
you might know they're coming turned
away.
away.
Exactly. So I don't know if their screens are white, but either way, let's not forget, Extra Salt used to be a team that we would compliment, admittedly, 2 roster moves ago, but they used to flash for each other, the flash assists. OC used to be at the very highest stats for his team in terms of supported flashbangs.
See, just the problem with a round like that is that happens at a minute on the clock, right? And we're watching a lot of modern Counter-Strike these days where nothing tends to happen, especially if you've gone for the default spread until like the last 20 to 30 seconds. So there was just way too many nades left for Vitality. That's the kind of setup they want to deal with.
Oh, and there goes Fang. More to come. Oh, what a shot. Rare to see the conversion. The absence of Marquis' Kevlar vest enables a clean kill straight through those doors. And Makyojin, oh, they flashed him. And they can't do much more to him. Zywoo arrives just in the nick of time. Apex is caught on the transition, but if you can deagle one, can you deagle a second? Doesn't find it, and Zywoo's not going to miss with a P2K, no less. Getting extra style points.
All right, well, one more round here within the first half. Map number 2. We probably haven't rammed this one home enough. This is an elimination game. Extra Salt, they lose this one right here. They are out of DreamHack Masters Spring. And Vitality, well, they'll spring forward in the lower bracket. It's not going to be easy to get on out. We already have locked in 2 teams for the playoffs. That's Gambit and Na'Vi. They have their upper bracket match to decide who goes straight into the semis and who goes into the quarters, respectively, on Sunday.
It's cutthroat in this group B as well. Like, loser of Astralis Complexity, your next challenge. Woo, okay.
Yeah, no easy games here.
No, not at all. Extra Salt, everything on the line. Good point, Chad. Probably should hammer that home a little more. Now we are reaching that final round of our second map's first half. Hinge smoke enables safe passage to that Xbox. JT's up, bomb lurking. Okay, so this is actually quite reminiscent of the pistol.
We've seen this one already,
right? We've seen the
right?
Extra Salt playbook.
And this is where they had Marky go in and find an entry. So if they do this same execute again and Marky doesn't find the entry and the round falls apart, that was the difference maker. But Kyojin, meanwhile, taking a lot of space towards long, and he can keep pushing. Here comes the fake.
Marky looking for Zywoo's head, but no, instead, 2 dead. JT wanted to be presence up short, but you can see that the molly was dropped, and Shox is just hyper alert, being very vigilant with his util. Oh, and catching another, just outgamed, outbrained, and another bullet lands. OC's gone, round is 2. Vitality looking to exit this defensive half with 9. And And there you have it. Vitality 9, Extra Salt 6, and a quick break separating us from potential. Headshots here, they're closing the gap and he knows it. Close quarters, he's still blind, but he does manage to find vision and bloodshed as well. The back of JT's flash, no less. So there's some flash assists for you.
Well, Shox has got the package. So if we're going to be talking about one of the positives in this round is that he has 1 minute and 20 seconds to work with. He's very experienced as far as clutches go, and he has the bomb. So if anyone was going to pull off this 1v5 situation in the server who was still alive, it's going to be Shox. Because he's the only one alive. Just in case you guys didn't click with that one.
It clicked. Oh, and they don't spot his rotate back. Shox, I swear, if you've managed to fake an entire team, there's no way, no way. Fang's pushing up to call it clear tons. Shox has gone long. I mean, I'm I'm not even going to consider it.
It'd just have to be the craziest couple of Glock bullets onto JT.
But it's
right?
Glock at this range. Like, JT has probably got twice the range at this fight. Yeah.
There you go.
Thank
Worked
you.
out as it should.
Thank you very much,
That's how it
JT.
should work out. But let me remind you that the script writers are getting lazy around here, everybody, because the last game, Extra Salt, you know, they look good in the early stages of the first half. It was a competitive affair, and then Vitality, they stretch their legs. They get themselves a decent scoreline on the half. Extra Salt come in, they win the pistol. We're like, yes, they're doing it. They can do this. It can be competitive. And then they lose the Force Buy. Well, guess what's back on the docket? Vitality and the Force Buy. Scout for Apex, Deagles, Masuda, Kyojin, and Zaiwu. And Shox with a Tech 9. There is a lot of smokes in play here. This is not going to be an easy round for Extra Salt to win. Oh, just with the smoke fading, I've got a cross here. Oh, Apex! Big risk right there. Just wanted to find a fight. Sonic will take him down. He'll oblige him. So I will be able to pick back up the Scout. Still not out of the water just yet, or Extra Salt.
Marky's been kept very honest in that T side. Well, here on the defense, he could play a very crucial role in defense of this B site.
They still have these smokes, Alex, 4 of which, right? They haven't sold anything on a mid to B. They haven't dropped an Xbox smoke. They haven't done anything along those lines to kind of force Extra Salt to rotate around. As I say it, Masuda lobs one out towards CT. Zaiwu has one. He could do a door smoke from this position. They could even throw some flashes in, but it looks like they're just going contact.
Yeah, Shox to smoke B doors, I think. From mid, but that's no issue for Fang too. Marky needed that and finds it. The rest is just for fun and games. Shox can't quite find JT, wanted to knock him down, but they do manage to maintain all of their rifles. It wasn't something I mentioned, but the fact that they went for 2 M4s and an AUG into that second round, it would have been a complete loss of their economy. They maintain it, they keep all those rifles alive. It is the pass of the very first and compulsory test if they want to be competitive here. A B-Stream update for you in the South American Showdown over on twitch.tv/ESL-CSGO-B. Tested on Nuke a little bit. Looks like Furia do have the advantage though, if you want to check in more on that.
It's crazy how Furia, they seem like they've dropped off a cliff a little bit, isn't it?
Yeah. A shift in the mental. Fang's in trouble. Lots of troubles. I was found him. If they lose another, it really will spiral. They want to push. Look at this. They're so hungry for the rifle, and Apex doesn't get it. The Molotov forced his hand to retreat just a little second too early. Now Sonic's there to stop that weapon and deny any presence. Good shots. Little Glock dink, actually, all the way through the wall on Goose. OC is going to catch a couple more, but well handled so far. Extra Salt under the knife, but recover it, and we'll put 9 on the board. So nice and equalized. That's the first and opening 3 of our second half. It will be weapons now, though, for the T side. And this is where it's going to be really telling about how Extra Salt have developed as a CT unit.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of pressure on them in this one, right? We mentioned it before the break. We'll mention it again right now. They lose this, they're out.
They do have a very potent double AWP. Sonic, of course, previously was a primary AWPer in his day, whipping it out as a secondary and very capable hands.
Short boost here, going to set OC up for a pick. Bang by his side, elevated now for the lower dark fight. Looks like Zaiwu has a, well, I was going to say different idea, but so does Sonic. That's a big find right there, AWPer down. This is a great start to a round like this for Extra Salt.
Yeah, they want long info. Flash and push. JT's forced off the line, peeks in, confirms access, and now needs to get out of there. Doesn't have the support, doesn't want to be a solo. Isolated frag. Fang confirms there's no one short. This watch is still making that noise. I'm sorry.
So they've got long control at least, right? Clearing out Khan now with that Molotov, and all in all, it can get worse if Sonic hits that shot.
He knows it's 2 mid. It's great info. Dreamy info for a CT side. Fang goes to sweep. Oh, if he pushes this a bit too much. Apex, Apex. Oh, a missed shot from Apex. Fang struggling as well, and he will finish the job.
That was ugly to watch.
OC returns us to some normalcy. Run boost into pit. Oh, this is hot. Go on, Ape. Hold on. Right, as we were saying, run boost into the pit, and he actually hits the shot. That's a cracking opener. JT was there, finds the trade, the Org enabling that long-range fight to be taken with ease, and a man disadvantage for Vitality. Flashes on the cross, 20 seconds. That bomb needs to go in. Masuta might have to throw it. Sonic's holding it. Nade smoke's not going to cover. Strong arms gets it across. Shocks to plant.
Gonna get the bomb down at least. It's 2-on-3. The 40-second time is about to start. Shock's just being chipped away at them. Marky getting him so low.
Yeah, 50 damage through the corner, and an AWP shot missed. They know exactly where you are. Suta needs one, and combines, it's not enough. Extra Assault successfully retaking that site, and it was looking like Vitality were at least keeping them under the thumb, but that's going to be double AWP recovered. Sonic contributing the start and the final frag.
Yeah, I think Apex, as soon as he died there after that run boost kill, I think he looked at his teammate there, wondered why the trade didn't come out, because getting the run boost across was great, but there was no follow through, right? And I think the fact that if Masuda was swinging with him, maybe he gets the trade on that. Either way, not to be the difference maker. It's back. It's not on. I promise you. I promise everybody at home the aircon is off. It's just making noise. You guys all have these problems around the house. Maybe you got water hammering in the pipes, or your hot water unit's making a noise here, there, or everywhere.
Yeah.
Maybe your gas boiler, she's on the brink. We have a funky air conditioner unit.
Just sounds like it's constantly making an espresso.
I thought, right, when we first started having this issue, I thought it was someone just making coffees around the clock out there,
Yeah.
but it's not the case.
No, just technology being technology.
Yeah,
Well,
it's a new sound.
I won't let this distract or detract from the fact that Extra Assault are about to be extending their lead if Vitality don't find early frags. They want to try and draw blood long, and that's where Sonic's postured himself. A missed shot as the flash pops, and already full-on control garnered.
How risky does Sonic want to get about this? If he, well, I was going to say hangs around for car for too long, he'll be overwhelmed, but they've dropped on back. Vitality, they've had enough of the long. Going to make their way back over towards the B bomb site, and that's where there's currently an upper tunnels push coming through.
Ooh,
Marky's going to lock
Marky.
himself into this corner just in time, I think, Alex. If he overlooks, he's going to go down.
That's a disaster.
Too much.
All onto Fang. OC actually does take initiative and a frag. Apex walking mid, but they want to convey and converge straight in towards this B site. That's a perfect incendiary. Buys time for the rotate to set up. JT's utility has been flawless. And they're going anyway. Straight through the smoke. Gray screen. This favors Extra Assault, and it's converted by Fang. Double on the M4 spray. Couple more bullets left in the chamber, and it's going to be 3. Solid defense. 11 for Extra Assault. That is the lead they were looking for.
I'm surprised we've seen it get this close, right? I was obviously joking before when I was talking about the overpass kind of scoreline and the way that things went. But even still, I thought that maybe it was just going to be a bit too much of a tall task for Extra Assault to be able to convert some of these rounds against the firepower that Vitality has. But the fights, you're right, it wasn't even like a fair fight. Vitality running through the smokes, they're not going to get anything done in a situation like that unless a miracle frag.
Love to see this. A little bit of extra confidence in Fang's play when he knows he's up against these Tech 9 armor. Vulnerable to a close fight, and an AK-47 delivered straight to enemy hands. Far from ideal. Marky had a bit of a nightmare in the previous, but didn't get punished. Now, with the loss of Fang, this one could spiral.
As I just start to sing the praises of what they're doing here, it could fall apart at the worst moment.
Again, this is the same thing that happened last time. As soon as things get a bit scary, OC returns us to an equilibrium. And Sonic's trying to close quarters off this. What a find! He's going to get sprayed down.
Oh,
they won't find him in the flash. And it is going to be another
alive?
frag. Marky's still alive. Heart beating, hands shaking. He's got OC in support, and that's another for Marky. First on the B defense. OC's holding the cross, and that's enough to convert. Okay, Extra Assault, making a case.
Okay, 12, only 4 more kills, 4 more rounds right now. We get ourselves to that 16 mark, and we will be seeing Nuke, and that's where I'm not sure who I'm going to favor going into that final map if we do go the distance. I think strategically speaking, Extra Assault on their T sides, when we were watching some of the moves on Dust 2 and some of the moves on Overpass, they're just executing before allowing their players to actually, work for picks or set them up for picks. They're executing into a wall of the CT side. Nuke, I think you can get away with that type of play a little bit more so. Let's see, do Vitality want to finish this in 2?
Oh, dear.
Wait, there wasn't even the smoke icon.
You're right, but it was blind through the smoke, you can see. And that's an AWP gone. Oh, and another gone as well. Fang tucked in tight. Masuta the one to do so. Now they have full long control. Apex is going to be overseeing middle. So they want to set that AWPer up. It actually looks like the... Ooh, OC wanted to contest.
So much info.
JT spots them,
Huge
spots the
kill.
bomb. A big frag to find, and he wants to advance. A flash from OC could set him up brilliantly. Into the pit now, bomb retrieved, and they want to just scarper out of there. The flash is a little late. JT will get the info. And Kyojin, by hearing the flash, wants to peek on in, loses his life. Now the bomb as well. Masuta can't retrieve it. 1v3. Laid his life on the line just to get that bomb out of long and back into his teammates' hands. But at the cost of his life, a 1 versus 3 is demanded of him. At a crucial juncture of the game as well. Make no mistake, the T's have not flush for cash. Max loss bonus at this point. Short is an avenue into the site, and even potentially an avenue into the plant.
Yeah, if he can just creep on in, plant site without facing JT and giving away too much information before that bomb goes down, he could isolate the spawn push-up with that Molotov, then take the fight, or use the spawn Molotov to get himself towards short. But we have all the information here. Masuta is operating with absolutely none, and now that we have 10 seconds left on the clock, the team just needs the plant. The bomb will go down. With the max loss bonus, there will be a buy in the next round, but Masuta in a 1-on-3, 2 players at half HP, he could convert this one.
He certainly could. Extra salt. Very loud about this, and he chooses to Molotov and peeks over it. I like the idea. OC was prepared, though. Trying to play the mind games to find that early 1-on-1 in the 1v3.
Yeah, they've just spent that time going shopping, getting themselves the double AWP set up back for Sonic, who is currently dead. OC has got one for himself, and Marky's going to walk away with an AK-47. They've even got a bunch of utility here. So sure, the economy hasn't like blown out of control for Extra Salt in this. This was the shot. Yeah, just on a timing right there. So ZywOo, we've seen some players recently. I think Nico's one was highlighted on Reddit, right, with the Silenced M4, taking that fight with a one-way smoke towards their Xbox position. This shot here from JT, I think that was the round-winning kill. And the reason I say that is because ZywOo's jumping into pit. OC was flashed in that environment. Yeah. If ZywOo gets and holds control of pit, that's a huge piece of real estate to have. Now the scoreline's 13-9. Vitality are on the ropes here.
100%. Shox is even equipped with a Mach 10. I'm not sure how much impact he's going to be able to find with that.
Same as ZywOo, the 2 stars with the Mackie 10s.
Odd. Odd for sure. Masuta could be vulnerable. OC loving this. A little burst of aggression for info early on the catwalk. And chance missed. Masuta gets himself up Xbox.
There's so much fighting.
Yeah,
they're
really
going into B, though.
Oh, you're absolutely right. Marky's not even there. Nothing on the spray.
They're playing retake.
They're going to have to. That's the bomb now, across and loose. Good shot from Marky. Won't expect one close, though. ZywOo's in a prime position to punish them here. And he's gone as well. Marky providing all of the necessary frags. Vitality just evaporate. Only shots left. This B take, it lands completely flat. They'll even to hoover up a couple of extra AKs for their troubles. This smells like nuke.
Yeah, and I'm not quite sure what the situation there was from Vitality. Masuta was the only player with a smoke left as they had done their initial execute onto the B bomb site, and he was mid. So there was no way for him to smoke the doors. Kyojin just has to try and cross the best he can. And the retake setup here from Extra Salt is set up perfectly to deal with this type of play. Great stuff here from Extra Salt. Just 2 more rounds now.
Yeah, they're getting hyped. There's no doubt about it. This is where they just have to knuckle down. A clear advantage. An opportunity to convert against some of the very best. Vitality down 9-14, down bad. After a 9-6 half, they haven't made a single mark, a single impact. They haven't convinced anyone that they can pick up a T round yet. Up against this Extra Salt blue wall. And they're going for some info. This is the power of the AWP. Just slowly, procedurally calling those tunnels clear as Masuta chooses to evacuate.
If they just go for a cat set piece here, this feels predictable, right? You're just going through the strats at this point. We've tried a B split, we've tried a B hit, we've tried going out long, and now we're just trying a cat set piece, and rotating back in time will be Fang to help out OC. Upper dark called clear.
I will say, no incendiaries. They won't have any way to slow this push other than flashes and bullets. And that's the flashes. Where are the bullets? A nade might soften them up, perhaps, but Zai was already drawn blood, and they're playing fully for the retake. Apex already established on short. If Marky, wow, with patience like this... Okay, he's not opting for short.
He's heard now.
Oh, very loud about it, and that should be a freebie. Nice find. Apex will grab himself an AK-47, an extra salt, conceding their first here unless... Yeah, shots over the smoke. It's perfect. Look at the angle he's working with. Takes down 2. OC's next. Hail Mary, trying to do some sort of damage. The AWP is recoverable, and Team Vitality putting that double digit on the board.
Okay, well, they haven't broken extra salt here, right? There's still cash in the bank for a buy again right now. Sonic just fully investing there, has 150 to his name to go forward with. So this is where Vitality can start turning things around with their first T round here. So this is great that they've opened the account. Now they need to make a deposit. We need to see another round on the board.
I remember going with my family to open my first bank account.
Was,
what a day that was.
Quite the time, wasn't it?
Big pick. Big pick. OC's the one to prevail. Losing an early casualty, Vitality a disadvantage, and it's extended. Sonic lays his life on the line in pursuit of glory. Fang fills the void, makes it clear. Happy to fight, happy to take a biff early.
Yeah, 3 on 4 right now, and I'm going to say Vitality have not looked great when they've lost these kills and don't have the number advantage. They look a little bit discombobulated. This flash is great. OC takes the pot shot. Shock's posturing to bait out some more. Yuta will drop a bridge smoke of his own here. It's going to put into question where this attack is, and well, his teammates are coming up cat behind him, but they don't look fully committed to this just yet, Vitality. A pick here would be perfect. Turning the tables into a 3-on-3 would be ideal.
3 on A. JT not going to fall foul to the one-way. Two smokes left. 2 flashes. It smells like an AX sec into the stack of extra salt. Very limited CT util, as you highlighted. There's going to just be the bullets to defend. Let's see how this one shapes up. OC's in a prime position to find the first, and he does. Kyojin's gone. Burning, though, has to fall back. Fang's gone completely undetected so far, so it's just OC, basically 1v3. Now, made 1v1. Nice finds. JT trades evenly. An extra salt looking very good. Set with 4, make it 5 match, or rather map points. God damn, match points, map points.
Series points.
The series points.
Game points.
Games, matches, maps. Just one.
Just one. That's the simplest way. Just one. Just one more needed. And Vitality here, right? The Apex went for that long pick. As soon as that gets dropped, there was mollies on top of it. They couldn't pick that one up. It's going to be a Mac 10 for Shocks for what could be the final round of play for round 26. 3 AKs at Galil. Utility there, and well, back towards the B bomb site.
Oh, great find. Turning the flash or evading the flash and converting into an early man disadvantage again. Sonic, if you could just survive. They want to go for a mid-B. The utility at least implies it. Great counter util. Look what it's done to Masuta. That's the bomb lost. Nade, bullets, Molotov. Bomb lost. JT confirms it's there. Shox needs the headshot and does put it down. Fang's on some sort of flank here, but Marky's doing a lot of the legwork already. Just 2 frags from Nuke. Extra salt doing it. Fang finds the first. It's only Apex. And Vitality, from a 9-6 half, they fall 16-10. And we go to our third. Extra salt will not bow out of DreamHack Masters Spring without a fight, and that fight is on Nuke after the break. Analysts first when we return. Cologne play in, looking for those points. In fact, FaZe just missing out on their chance to do so via EPT points upon elimination. And one of these teams is going home after nuke, so strap yourselves in, tell your friends, Counter-Strike is going down. Extra Salt, Vitality, one of them to be eliminated here at DreamHack Masters Spring. We start with ramp control. T-side descending, Vitality yet to have any sort of contest. It's Marky. Fires off a couple of warning shots and has opened the door for Masuta to bring the bomb and everything through. Zywo's opened the doors as well. This is very threatening indeed. The CTs are gathered, 3 to contest. They'll try and swarm as a group unit. Already Fang with 1, and looks like the headshots are coming in for both teams. They can pivot up the vents, Chad. I think they're going.
It's the right call.
Oh, they're chasing. Hot pursuit. Apex can't afford to get to the site to house the vent push. Even up the heaven ladder. So Shox is now responsible for the ladder. Hard shot to hit. 1 main. Bomb down courtesy of Apex. If he can tuck into CT vent. Oh, better. OC will catch him as he checks main. Only Shox. He'd need a couple more headshots and he's got nothing to report. No Kevlar, and you brave boy.
That's the kit.
Marking up the ladder with the kit. He sees it and now Shox can play the game. He'll play this game any way he wants. He'd love a one-way.
He could even go throw the one-way if he really wants.
He smoked the bomb for them.
Oh no, Shox.
That's a bit of a yikes from me. D-O double G. It's defusing. 3 seconds, 2, and oh, he was sticking out as well. That is a funky way to find a round, but they'll take it. An OC with 3 frags in total.
That was very awkward, right? They realized that there were players on both sides, the window side as well as Decon, so they pushed Fang, who managed to get a kill.
So much going on. We had the lower battle, there was up the vents, it was all down to Shox in the end, and you can see Marky, it was a bit of an oopsie, a bit of a faux pas, if you will.
Yeah, like you think that there's enough done there to catch Shox off guard, but coming up the ladder there, Shox jumping mid-air, just gets the better of them last second, and Fang's getting fired on up. This is looking good from Extra Salt.
Yeah, it's an interesting observation as well from, I believe it was one of his teammates on Twitter, just saying Fang is not one of those players that gets, you know, burdened by the pressure of international competition. He seems to be thriving playing his game, and I think that is a component that can't always be taught. I think it does come with the human being and their life experiences prior to the mouse and keyboard professionally.
Yeah, I think part of that is this halfway house I was talking about, right? Of, you know, you're playing against the big boys,
yes,
but you're kind of on your own. You're with your teammates, you're in your own secluded little environment.
Yeah, certainly, and make no mistake, I'm not comparing it directly to LAN competition. I think there's a whole other wave for him to be introduced to. Excuse me, that's my burrito.
It's going to be great when we get to have that conversation, hopefully a little bit later in the year.
Please, man.
So Kyojin's heard this rotate. He's just called that across. Marky's grabbed 1 and back up the vent he wants to go, but he has a teammate on his head. This is going to get dicey. Kyojin took both down the top vent, and Zywo's just taken down Fang.
What? Kyojin with a pop-off. JT's going to try and pull it back for Extra Soul, but I think the damage is done.
Might have to be the save here. It's an AUG. You don't want to lose that as well. And looking with the MP9 is JT now. Will he clear his corners? No. That's him dead. And
not the AUG, not the AUG, OC. You'd love to have that. Do the one-way smoke on Yard.
Yeah, he's got a couple of tricks up his sleeve, doesn't he? This is going to be very rough to deal with here for OC. If he stays alive, I'll be impressed.
Go on. Good defense. Kyojin was hunting for a 3rd frag. He already found the impact into the conversion of this second round force. Don't give it to Zywo. Don't give him a head to shoot at. Oh, and he has. There it goes. A great weapon. I don't think Zywo's got long enough legs. He won't get there in time, but regardless, the French have immediately snatched control again. And I do think that Dust 2 will have left a mark on their ego.
Yeah.
I don't think Vitality had accounted for nuke.
Maybe we say, you know, take your foot off the gas in a way, right? But the CT side out of Extra Salt was great,
yes,
right? So it might be shell-shocking to Vitality. Now we can see them bounce back, and Kyojin with a confidence-boosting round for him. Those 2 kills over towards that T-vent were round-winning, right? As simple as that. So that's a great round to see him having impact in. Now we'll see the investment back from Extra Salt here. They're pushing lobby. They're ahead of that smoke.
Oh, guys, the setup couldn't have been better. Housing that lobby aggression perfectly and dousing them in lead.
Oh, rough way to go. Marky spotted, tried to jiggle. No head armor through the vent. Tagged, Goosh, dead. OC and Fang to find. But this is looking like Vitality are good here to convert the second. Or their second. As we saw Extra Salt yesterday against Astralis, right? And there were moments, there were glimpses, but it looked like an angry Astralis in the server. So I feel that there's a lot of the teams, we were speaking about it in the drive-in, right? We were talking about how Na'Vi are in a similar boat. They seem to have lost their shine, same with Vitality. A lot of teams with a lot to prove here at DreamHack Masters Spring. Saw nothing on the jiggle there, but unfortunately Apex has slipped the net. This should only be a matter of time for Fang. Will go down in the back. A bit of a rude surprise for him, and now it's just OC to find 34 seconds left on the clock. That bomb should be going down any moment. We can start the 40-second timer. Zywo knows where he is. And the Hunter's on. Look at them all just trundling through lobby, straight towards his position. They want to get this one done as quick as they can. OC's flashed, and OC's dead. Apex will get the kill with the MAC-10, 600 extra buckaroos. And things nice and clean there for Vitality as they have an opportunity to stretch their legs even further going into round number 4. It will just be the USPs for Extra Soul into this one.
It's funny, I'm just thinking about, you know, the power rankings prior to the pandemic and then in contrast to what we have now, like mid-2021. How high did Vitality get in your, like, unspoken power ranking?
I think at one point in last year with all the finals that they were making and the fact that they were one of the teams to get that 6-man roster going, they were coming into this year part of what I consider the big 3, right?
Na'Vi, Vitality, Astralis?
Yeah, right? And you have to remember that, sure, there was just so much Counter-Strike going on last year and it was kind of hard to keep track of all of it, really, but it felt like those 3 kind of had what it took to be the elite. Coming into this year, everything seems to be changing, right? And teams are having to rebuild, make changes to keep up, change the way that they're approaching the game, make a lot of adjustments. We're seeing a lot of the veterans, right? We have the mass exodus. I think it was a couple years ago. I think that's when the Zeuses of the world were kind of going, Edward was going. But we're still having these older boys. Like RPK is a perfect example of what we're talking about here, just not falling like flies, but just dropping off and making way for the newer breed. And that conversation we were just having a little bit earlier, or at least maybe alluding to, something to do with coming back to LAN, that conversation, when we get to it, is going to be a great conversation. That will be huge for the future of Counter-Strike.
Yeah, I mean, I think Stockholm has a lot of weight on it. Misuta's out. Very, very aggressive. And he's opened up with a nice first. Apex puts the second on the board for Vitality and already lost control of that top site. OC's got nothing. Not a single voice in this retake. Fang from the vents as well. None of these are favorable for a retake. Surely you just bend the knee.
Yeah, I think they are. OC already back in spawn, indicating that.
Wow, that looked really simple. I'm sure there's more to it than met the eye.
It felt like they were going to get bottlenecked towards Squeaky once that nade hit, but as soon as we didn't see any bullets coming through main, trying to get spammed on down, and Masuda gets that first kill, the trade's falling in the favor of Vitality there. The difference when we were seeing the way that Astralis were dealing with top hits yesterday was Bubsky and Megas were just getting multi-kills, remember? No multi-kills in sight there for Extra Soul.
So what is the typical CT protocols to house a top take? Because, I mean, I just watched Masuda hold W with no smoke in front of him, no flashes in front of him, and he just walked into the top site and killed Rafters.
Yeah, they were a little bit light on util, but traditionally what you want to see is a Molly Squeaky and Molly Hart. They would be the first 2 bits of utility,
you're smoking on top of those if you really panic.
Yeah, exactly. And then from there, like, you can maybe get a third man lobbing in a HE to slow things down in those mollies. But bullets definitely through. And this one here is the B stream for everybody at home, twitch.tv/ESL_CSGOB. 11-9 the scoreline here. Furia looking to close this one down in 2. The domestic derby between Furia and Pain Gaming.
And no less than Vince Metas Hill. Do be sure. Oh, he's not Metas anymore.
No, it's just Vince Hill.
It's Vince Hill.
Yeah. We knew him before he was Vince.
Yes, indeed. I casted COD 4 with him.
That's a long time ago. With Dust.
His casting partner was Enzi back in 2005, whenever it was.
Okay.
That's a weird memory.
We've gone back.
Dust Murray and Vince Hill.
They're setting up for another top piece here. Ollie's in. Are they going to commit off the back of this? They are.
No, they are. Well, there you go. Marky can't find much. Yeah, he has found another. And again, OC just doesn't want to be like pushing past that mark, right? You don't want to be losing your AWP. It's very simple. It's very French.
Yeah, they're basically completely negating any of this AWP presence with these top hits, right? It's so difficult when the molly smokes, flashes land perfectly. You're always hoping to find that timing in between the nades. But this is 5, and this is quick stuff from Vitality. I'm sure they're probably a bit frustrated they let it get to a third, and if the scoreline is single digits for Extra Soul, I think that is reflecting exactly that point. But a save again, OC, back where he started the round.
Oh, that's a shame.
Oh, JT might lose his M4 as well here if he isn't careful.
Wow, big frags from JT. That hunt falls flat for Vitality, and OC primarily is the prize chicken. He keeps hold of the AWP, defended nicely by JT.
All right, Extra Soul. This is the time to get things going. Most of, well, the last 2 maps, it was kind of a back and forth affair in the first opening stages.
Oh, they did miss their flash on the way in. Or it was designed for anyone holding close, but regardless, Masuta, this is his entry. Can't believe his luck.
It's great when they're not looking at you.
Not always, I'll be honest.
Okay, all pistol rounds when they're jumping and bounding away. It's top again.
It is. No, Shox is going to be punished. Thank you, Fang.
He's about to get dropped on, though.
Yeah, on top of the roof. They've already managed to get Zywoo on silo. And a CT warehouse smoke, that's very defensive. OC
Trying to get away.
just trying to retreat. Apex will catch Fang. Best chance we've seen from Extra Salt here, and OC's extended that onto Apex. A good catch from the AWP. Masuta can't win his duel, and this is what they were looking for. Oh, perfect. OC comes alive, and I can't think of anything better for Extra Salt CT side than OC coming awake. He's been very quiet, been very caged against these European Titans. It's an important component of their defense. Is that all holding yard? He's already put Apex down on notice. He'll be tested again, I'm sure. But the audacity to try and hit that top site again. Good shot onto Zywoo. That is even more important. Apex was just there on the red container lurk. Okay, more from required from the Prodigy.
No T-side AWP here. They had plenty of money to do so. Vitality want to stick with these rifles. This time it's more of a standard wall of smokes towards yard. Bit of squeaky blown off to force the CTs, to be honest, towards that top side. And Shock's doing what he does best, lurky boying around these smokes.
He hasn't made a single step, dude, but OC's already there. More impact from OC? Yes, indeed. 10 frags found, but the 10th enables a real advantage to be seized. Extra Salt's looking to string together 2 defensive rounds here.
Apex needs to take space off of that, but needs to be careful about this pivot from warehouse.
Fang, you brave.
Sweeping.
You brave boy, but he doesn't deep clear. Apex in the blind spot punishes into the 4-on-4. Ramp is theirs. They don't know it. Held passive. Sonic taking a lot into Hut. How good is the new boy Kyojin? Not good enough. Good for one, though. Bombs loose. Marky under a lot of scrutiny. Flash is good. Forces the vision. Masuta manages to maneuver in. Good find. Marky has the advantage. Zywoo can't trade. Neither can Apex. A dink finally. He does go down. And 12 HP. Apex is a dead man walking. A fake, though. And they're charging in. A good chance. OC's the one to seal the deal. Okay, Extra Salt. They're on the board now. They're competitive. They've bared their teeth. And Vitality will cower. Have to accept their... I was going to say accept their losses. There's going to be a lot of AKs juggled in, though, because 10 bloody grand on Apex.
Yeah, he had a lot of money left over. That was all the extra farming. We saw the MAC-10 in the early rounds, the one-way traffic. There was those spree of rounds for Vitality here. And, well, now Extra Salt is starting to build. This one is probably... Well, let's say the next one's the most important. If they can keep denying plants and they can take all these rifles away, they might be able to force Vitality down to that 3,400 mark.
Full outside smokes. The first time we've seen Vitality fully behind them.
Ooh, very deep molly there to stop Secret. Fang under pressure, bullets through, is aware of this potential. And he's even rotated straight on down. Noisy about this, so sure those footsteps will have been heard. Shox gets across just in time. Smokes were fading, and yeah, Maroon didn't lobby the rest of the team right here. Still plenty of nades for Vitality if they want to gear up for a execute here, there, or everywhere, but another Molotov towards ramp will slow them down. Big gap in that smoke.
Yeah,
They're going to go.
They're going through it. OC's not going to get the respect he was expecting. Here's them. Lots towards that ramp position. But they're going straight across. Jumping down into his blind spot. He can't hit the shot, but Shox from behind can. Opens up the options for Vitality. Now the bomb can go down. Decon smoked. Options really, really minimal. The door denial. It's a good chance. Bomb's down and he doesn't get the frag instead. Vitality have a 3-man advantage. Hold on to what you can. Preserve. Vitality have taken their 6th.
Maybe a miscommunication there in that situation because they knew that Shox was down lower, right? We could see that the Molotov was already being thrown at that stairwell position. He's quick on this.
Very quick on this. I'm not sure they're going to be anticipating this. They're just going to be looking towards
Back's turned.
One. They're not going to have anything left here. Fang is readying himself for war. Shock's very loud about this, and that's a good defense. Just for his honor at that point. Got any more in you, Fang?
He's got it.
Any more in you?
Oh, melting.
You bully.
Thanks, Zywoo.
Nice one, mate.
Okay, well, a great round there from Vitality. And the miscommunication I was talking about was this first kill. because we were sitting relatively quiet, we heard the doors swing open from OC's POV. So there was obviously some form of an issue where he either was meant to be rotating back towards ladder base or thought that his teammates had something towards that lower side covered because he died in the back right there. Now, it is going to be a technical timeout called, just the FPS bug. Make sure you communicate that one between yourselves in the community forums. Valve read it all, but they do not want to get involved in the discussion.
So have the discussion.
Have the discussion. They will read you guys having the discussion.
They encourage the discussion.
They don't want to get involved in the discussion because it will stop being the discussion between the community about, you know, what is wrong or what is right.
Just everyone expressing their niche opinions at
Valve. And yeah, we don't actually solve it
by
as
doing
the
that.
people who play the video game. Yeah, so we can do that, and you guys can check out the B stream if you'd like. You've heard me say it once, I'll say it again. Twitch.tv/ESL_B. Check that one out. Getting close.
Very close.
Yeah, Furia. They're on the back foot here, 11-12. Junior, look, I'm going to be honest. If Furia continue the down spiral of results, I'm not putting it on Junior, and I'm not going to say it's his fault that they're not playing well, but if you're going to replace someone, if the team isn't going well, it's going to be the only native English speaker.
Well, especially when you've got bloody Honda, who was scorched.
He's in the wings, isn't he?
He scorched onto the scene with like 3 great performances as a supportive rifler, some clutches, some mad multi-kills. I've got a Deagle round at the top of my head.
Yeah, with that Max 7 in there.
Launders is a huge proponent of the Honda peak. I think he's actually in the club.
Does he have a Civic or?
I believe it's, yeah, the Civic peak.
Okay.
Looks like Junior's done loads actually on this one, so they will keep it nice and tight. If you want to keep it going through that and the dulcet tones of Dustin Discs, you can go head over to ESL_CSGO.
A little bit longer of a technical timeout here. Just have a player who needs to rejoin the server, but don't you worry, ladies and gentlemen. We'll get that one underway for you ASAP.
It's kind of, it's going to be interesting to continue to track Vitality now that they've been not only under this new management, but decision-making tree where Xtaz seems to possess a lot of the control in terms of roster moves, and the fact that you've got now not only Masuta, who was a babyface killer, you know, we're talking 17, oh, he can shoot heads, but he has to learn Counter-Strike at a professional level. Like, they've said it multiple times in interviews that, you know, when he first was integrating into the roster, and even now I've heard it from Apex and Shox respectively, that, you know, he's got a lot to learn because there is just such a library of information that's only available at the very high competitive level.
Yeah, and a lot of it is accrued over time, right? Like, you can do your best dump learning. We all did that in school if you're from the generation of Alex and I, but you can quickly forget a lot of it. So this is stuff that you have to learn on the job, basically.
Right.
So it's a bit more like a trade, Counter-Strike, I suppose. You can't go out and get a degree. You're probably...
No, we're not handing out certificates.
No. Well, if we are, they're $400 a pop.
Sweet.
And you can send that money to my PayPal account. I'll tweet that one out later. Are you looking forward to the Astralis game we have coming up against Complexity?
I'm looking forward to finding out if Astralis can do it again, because they did that thing where they suddenly looked like legit after I kind of assumed that there'd be a bit of a void in the presence or the absence of Device.
Yeah, I think the thing is, even though we can see there are not flaws, but there's a couple of wobbly bits, I would say, with Vitality, Astralis, and Na'Vi as of late. Seeing them get back to where we want them to be is actually kind of more exciting than them just being at the top, right? Yeah. It's opened room for the conversation of newer names, lots of things changing in the Counter-Strike world, but we are back underway.
Cole, you know, you get to see your boy Juzzy Bear back in action.
Yeah.
Config's been having a game. That was so telling, Chad. If you could make that tone exclusively, I don't know if anyone else's ears are trained, but that was a bad Yeah. Right, round 10. Let's see. Fang, I've seen his aggression before. Let's see if this one pays off. A wild spray and a double in Vitality's corner. 2-man disadvantage for them early. Shox only a little battered, a little bruised. He's got a scab on his knee. But he's still functional. He'll be able to be that long, drawn-out yard presence that you'll always have to be paranoid about. Sonic is still paranoid about. Marky is paranoid about. Great catch rush. Everyone's looking at yard while his teammates get to work their magic. Lobby, though. Kyojin confirms his presence. Oh, dear, Sonic, yeah. That's the power of Shox's frag.
Yeah, they had to push for info. They had to try and find an equalizer or two, and now it's just, well, 2 men, and both have stacked in the right position here, Alex. This could still work out.
Could. Being the operative word. Masuta. First picked him. Can't string together 2. Maybe JT can. He knows I was there. Bomb spotted. He's trying to isolate these 2 jewels. but the bomb's retrieved. Pulls the smoke out of Zywoo. Spray's not there, but Apex, what are you up to? Here's it. Hits him with the nade. JT will find it. He's on for a good one. 1v4 now, 1v2. Look at that angle. Shocks, you grubby rat.
Oh, footsteps heard. They know where this is coming from now.
Yeah, he's just going to go through. Would rather charge in and just try and go for the loud, announced charge. Needs a clean headshot. He's actually caught Zywoo. Will go down. Thank goodness Shocks is there to pick up the piece.
JT's had a couple rounds like that where he's done such a great job, just unable to get across there with that final kill in the clutch situation. And a round that really, you think about it, looked like a Vitality easy round. Came down to a one-on-one situation. 7-3, money not great for the Saltinis, the Sultanas, the kings of Salt, the Salt Miners.
Saltini. I swear there used to be a Saltini cracker. That
Yeah,
was
that's where my brain is going to with the Saltini.
Was that the one? I think we called them squished fly crackers because they look like you've got squished little flies in them.
Is that when you put the Marmite in the middle and squish them together?
No, what on earth are you creating?
We had Sayo biscuits.
You madmen.
See what they can get done with these pistols here. Scout for JT as well, so this is obviously not a full buy, just a partial investment, seeing if they can push Vitality further. Secret control already.
I don't envy JT. Like, you're trying to hold yard when there's so much time has passed and there were outside smokes. Like, he has no idea. They could be secret. 100%. They could be silo. They are 100%. And this is an opening frag. No less onto Zywoo. If he gets another... Extra Assault is suddenly back in control. And a third is definitely not out of the realms of possibility as JT comes alive for Extra Assault. There are 3 rifles to be recovered. Maybe a round to be recovered for Masuta and Kyojin, the 2 new boys working together. Partners in crime, and it does look like all that criminal activity has been dealt with. The boys in blue arrive and recover themselves 3, make it 4 Kalashnikovs.
I think Fang's little smile just there was probably my same expression. That just was so unexpected. It's like, oh, did that just happen? Did we just partial buy and JT, you just peppered them with the scout in yard?
And that was Vitality had a real setup there. Just the execution. Completely slapped. Apex trying to flash, I imagine, for their cross towards Unbreakable.
Looked too easy there, didn't it? All right, well, 7-4. Does that open the door here? Extra Assault not operating with an AWP in this one. Fang, he's been spotted.
100%.
Shox is calling lots of talking out of him. And they know that Fang likes to play this position. They need to get a molly on his toes. Kyojin has one, Zywoo as well.
I'm sure he's got the glaive smoke in his playbook, right?
You'd hope so.
Because not only do you save yourself from the molly, you can enable a fight over it.
Wait, can we go back to Kyojin's POV rush? Is he looking for... sorry, Fang's POV. Is he looking for the walk-up? He is. He's looking for the walk-up from lower. So do they think they've slipped the net down the vent?
Ramp? No, JT's there. OC can't quite keep it together, and that's what they were waiting for. 2 bodies dropped, Extra Assault. Need someone to shift the odds in their favor. There's a good chance Kyojin gets shot in the bottom here. Oh, he didn't look up, didn't check it. Doesn't check it, neither of them do. A huge opportunity for Sonic here.
He cannot let go of that shift key. He needs to keep walking this entire time.
Dude, he could do everything
They're completely bottlenecked in lobby right now. He might get on the timing.
So much pressure onto Sonic here. 2 backs turned, 3 backs turned. Does manage to do the damage, but they surge into the site and he loses his life. Marky can't either. Only JT remains. He's already had his hero moment from the round before. By a gnat's wing, Vitality evade certain demise. If he'd have just caught that timing as you described, it could have been a very different round. Vitality, though, posting 8 in our 3rd map for elimination. Extra Assault, should they go down, they'll be eliminated in just the 2nd round of play.
Yeah, we lost some big names yesterday, right? We lost FaZe Clan. That was a big name to lose. That was against Mal Sports late last night.
Yeah, we lost Fiend, lost FaZe. We're going to be losing one of that Fury of Pain game, as well as, of course, Extra Assault in its current state. See if they can stabilize. An 8-7-half, probably nothing to be sniffed at considering the current lay of the land. They've got the weapons to do so. Kyojin's got a little bit of spring in his step, Chad.
Yeah,
and he loses his life. Might not be anticipating a second on that T-roof so early. Oh, there we go. Sonic's actually taken down that T-roof presence. There is a third, and Shox is up to some naughty business. He's absolutely got them, booked them. Now Fang for the swing, and Shox equalizes the fair from 5v3 immediately back to a level pegging.
And they think he's ladder. Sonic doesn't know where he is. They've lost him.
Oh my God, Marky's his next victim, and maybe even Sonic. He can't make 4, but he has brought the round entirely back into...
Oh, Apex, no.
Vitality control, bro. Can't let that one go. Dancing around the red container now.
Both spotted.
Oh, from Ideal. They know there's one outside, but they can't let Masuta get up to his funny business. Solid defense. Extra Salt recover from a solid Shoxy play. Bit broken, bit battered after that one. T-economy still stabilizing, and it does look like Furia are surviving.
Yeah, so we did say Pain we're going to get knocked on out of this one. It is looking very, very likely here. 2-on-3. Vinny Jr. and Yuri look like they're going to get this one done. Neck is there with a bit of a rough spray, and I think that's it. That's all she wrote. Pain knocked out. Furia, they stay alive in this one.
Yeah, it's not going to get much easier for them. They'll be playing the loser of Big Clan versus Heroic, so pick your poison there. Let's not forget that Furia was sent to the lower bracket by Big Clan in a 16-6 stomping. Vertigo, best of 1 in the establishing match.
Was a stomping, wasn't it? That big with Tizian playing like that level of counter.
Did you see that
wild.
They woke him up, or rather, they set up a little Tizian angel and printed it out and put it in front of his setup for tomorrow, for this morning.
That's nice.
After his performance. They have got the team vibe down.
Yeah,
There's no doubt about it.
They're definitely friends.
Yeah.
Okay, Vitality, how many more are you working on this first half, or is the question for Extra Salt? They're by a little bit better here as Kyojin only has a Tech 9. Galil in play as well for Zywoo. Definitely not ideal. 3 players out towards the red container. Apex up and over. They're just going to peek dry. They're looking for fights here.
Yeah, and Fang's not going to have any info until they step. If they step, Fang will make the call, but they may not rotate if they stay silent. Vitality is so quick on this.
Who's going to be the rotator towards lower right now? There's nobody really close enough towards that vent to just drop on in. It will have to be JT from ramp, and as soon as the doors swing open, it becomes a retake situation.
Yeah, but if you can get yourself control of vents, radio side, they haven't got that.
Oh, they've cut off the rotation point right now. Doors swung open. They know something's happening.
Yeah, and the bomb's already down, courtesy of Zywoo.
This is too easy.
Way too easy. You've lost it. And Kyojin's already lurking, catching one on the rotate down vent. Now he can join Shox. Hello. I found a weapon, I found a frag, and I think we've found a round 9 on the cards. Can it be changed?
They have to save, Alex. There's no way back into this one. They had no information. They're late to the party, and they lost the opening kill without any idea what was going to happen. Extra Salt have to save, but I don't know if Apex is going to allow this one to be an easy save. Already on the hunt, already on the look. A couple of players up towards T-roof for Extra Salt, and it looks like they might get to hold on to these after all. What a weird round. Just 1 kill. Didn't feel like there was any contact whatsoever.
Yeah, I mean, we know Fang is often been the most diligent rotator. We've seen him there on the force buys, the anti-force buys. You know, he's dropping his smoke down there early vent rotate. But because of his super deep warehouse position in this current round, no one seemed to fill the gap.
That right there, with the replay, that is showing you how little happened in that round. We have just shown you a replay of the door swinging open and a Molotov coming out of Zywoo's hands, which, to be fair, basically won the round.
Yeah, exactly. That's the best they could find in terms of round-winning play. Fair play. Last round of our first half, our third map. It's an elimination game. Extra Salt would kill for a 6th, and they will have to. Fang can't deliver, just the dink. To finish off the job was OC, does rethink that. And so do Vitality, interesting. In the absence of the smoke, it's forced Sonic down to rotate as well, so there's only going to be 3 max on top site. Apex can arrive main late. Shox setting up utility to enable Apex to stick around, if you will.
They're just pack rolling.
Yeah. Looking to exploit that paranoia of the previous lower round. Sonic's got to back up in time. Marky needs 1, gets nothing. Maybe Sonic can deliver. They do peek into him. The pre-fire is brutal. The damage is there, but no frags. No lethality. And JT's being held by the perfect angle. the truly perfect angle. Oh dear, JT's quicker. And they are low. He's already tried to blow our minds. It's not going to happen this time. 10-5, that's a solid T-haul. There'll be no complaints from the French side. Ran away with it. Now I'm afraid it's going to be a T-side disadvantage, and on Nuke no less, Chad. The odds are stacked against this American representative.
Yeah, not looking great for Extra Salt here. I think if they're going to have a couple of gimmicky executes that they can get away with, we saw how quickly teams can adjust that. Astralis yesterday, you noted time and time again that either Megas or Bubsky towards that top site was sitting on top of the bomb boxes, those big ugly things in the middle there, just peering on down to Hut. That was the only place you could stand to avoid the Molotovs, right? And avoid some of those flashbangs. So let's see how this one shapes on up. We do have a Molotov with 2 flashes for JT and a smoke flash nade kit for OC. Nade towards the door, Squeaky smoked on off. Rotations in question now. So Vitality, they're coming that through. They already have a player on the lower side, and that's Shox. Getting that down the vent.
Down. Okay, Shox is here, don't forget, as discussed. Oh, he's going to deny if they don't clear it. Backs are turned. Backs are all turned. And he just steadies his aim. And a second not going to be available. Good find from Fang. Zywoo can't react. And now Marky with another. This actually could shape up nicely. Fang overcommits and has nothing to show for it. Marky can't even get the bomb down. They have denied anything out of this T-pistol. Kyojin's the one to put the final nail in the coffin, and it's certainly starting to look like the funeral procession.
Great round there from Vitality, right? And I think fantastic work from Shox. You bang on. The fact that he just didn't shoot at the first target on his screen and denies the bomb, that means somebody has to be tasked with getting that down as opposed to looking for these rotators coming on in. Fang's done his best here to try and win out this duel. Cannot buy enough time. Death by 1,000 paper cuts. Marky goes down from all the angles, and that is going to be the 11th for Vitality here as the force buy for Extra Salt is the immediate response back, and they lose this one, Alex. They don't get too much done here.
Yeah, more JT scout action, though. Maybe.
This feels like the in-game leader combo these days. Grab a scout on the force buys, have a look around. Get destroyed by Apex's rifle there, the M4. Gets the job done, clean and easy. 4 remain, and, well, the utility at this point. 2 smokes, a flash, and a HE. They need to find some space to work with before they can even think about deploying that, and Vitality don't want anything to do with it. These are just limped out 1v1 duels across the map, and the Frenchman there winning every single one until Sonic finally exchanges onto Masuda.
I think he's lost. Oh. Zaiwu's got 2 players, last 2 players, and he's got both of their information now.
Took their name, number.
Yeah, and they don't have the bomb, which is interesting. God damn, the
I love the range at which he uses that gun from. And he does like 5-bullet bursts. It's like brrr.
Yeah, it's a very fancy one, like, you treat it like a left click, right? 5 bursts.
Get in, get out. Which is what I hope Sonic's doing right here, because he wants to go down before the time. So he needs to look for a kill here. 30 seconds left on the clock. Zaiwu again. Just laser beams him. That is wild stuff. 16 kills for Zaiwu in this one so far. They can hold on to the SMGs. They don't need to upgrade right now because this should be a freebie. Extra Salt don't have enough money in the bank to justify another buy. There haven't been the plant to make it easier. It will just be the Glocks. Now, they are buying in with a smoke. Make it 2. We have one for OC and JT. A flash as well. Where are they going to try and get this bomb down? Because that's the name of the game in a round like this. You want to give yourself the extra cash, the splash going into the first gun round, the second half. They've lobbed the smokes towards Yard.
Yeah, but Apex is there and will immediately say...
Clear.
Clear.
So ramp and top will be on high alert here. This should just be a mowdown. Should be a mowdown.
Bomb
Bomb's
down.
going to get planted. They pulled it
Boom.
off.
Wow, that's exactly what the doctor ordered.
Got to be happy with that one right there. The misdirection, even with Apex calling things clear. The flash was great. Top hut player could not see a thing. And
Just enough space made. Just enough. Well, they've got plenty of cash now.
Now, this is the thing. Yesterday against Astralis, Extra Salt did this top execute time and time again, right? And it was dealt with. You talked about Magus pushing into that squeaky door. They really had a handle on it. I don't know if Extra Salt want to go with a similar game plan, if they want to go top heavy execute off the bat, or if they want to give something a bit more standard. We're talking yard smokes, controlling the rotations, baiting out the utility, hoping for CT look-ins to get some easy kills. Either way, they're up against it, 13-5 now.
Just watching Fang from that replay there, and you can see this. His only priority was kill hut and plant. That was all it was, and they managed to achieve just that. JT's got a nade for the drop. No one's going to catch that one at all.
So I think they're adjusting, right? They saw that teams were starting to punish with them on top of that box position. Now some nades can deal with that, the constant evolving chess match that is Counter-Strike.
Zaiwu will call for this flash when he feels the pressure.
There's nothing here. Even the flash just to clear, right? Nobody home, completely clear. They know what setup they're dealing with here, and now they can turn their attention to top. That's a fluff smoke, though, Alex.
Yeah, and one's through. Zonic's through. Apex is going to go down. Masuta's the first victim, and a second body. Making a third drops. Topside take. Bit of a misplay from the French, and they are going to absolutely reap the benefits here. Extra Salt.
It's 2 blunders of utility there. I think the nade even bounced back and hit the CT trying to push in towards the top side there. So really falling apart. Just trying to do damage on the way out the door here are Shox and Zaiwu. They're not going to win this round.
Spotted them both. Damn, Zaiwu okay. And OC's very loud about this. And that's going to be an AK-47 that's within reach. Marky, however, on the silo should be able to deny everything. Not if Shox is ready for you. He's not.
Did the AK drop? That could be 2.
Could have. Don't know if Zaiwu's going to be in a position to investigate. Oh, it did. Good catch.
Oh, it's flown on out. He's not going to see it. He goes down anyway, but Shox will survive. And there's money to make this work. Zywoo has 9.9k. So
let's try and see how these first deaths, because Sonic got a perfect time. Look at Apex, grey screen as Sonic emerged. Masuta caught out completely. And then Kyojin just completely unable to respond. He was still kind of in... processing the mollies and the flashes and the casualties.
that was the top execute we were talking about, right? There was the molly towards the bomb box, there was the molly top high, the same kind of utility. So Vitality must have known it was coming, especially with Zywoo calling yard clear, but caught out of position, dropped the round, and if they can convert back, now that Vitality have invested in what should be the big guns for everybody, right? Zywoo's got himself the AWP out, Shock saved that AK, he can even drop a rifle across, so there should be rifles for everybody. This is where Vitality can really just close this down, make sure it doesn't get too out of control, and finish things off neat and tidy.
Got the Zywoo warp, though.
And he's taking it towards ramp, so wanting to take a fight. Guard smokes again, Apex, oh, he spotted the head.
Yeah, they spotted him completely. Apex is not dead man just yet. They know exactly where you are and will keep dueling. Fangs had a bit of a mare there. Apex draws blood. Shock's very low from these wall bangs, but keeping that squeaky smoked has completely delayed this. JT is down towards the lower site. If he really wants to go vents, that is ambitious.
They need to get through ramp, but that's where Zywoo was.
Is trained on trophy. And a free frag. Looking for more, though. They're going to start to push. That smoke will be interesting. They jump over into it. Zywoo finds another.
Oh,
Sonic is a dead
home.
man. Tucked into the corner, and it's a Zywoo round. Bombs delivered straight to him. 3 frags. You were bang on, Chad. Trying to join JT in that lower site, but you've got to get through Zywoo.
What are the options here for JT? It's a 1-on-5 situation. You have to consider, you know, where the loss bonus is at. I think it's 2,400 going into the next round.
Also, the audacity on Zywoo to know you're being pushed, know you've killed the guy furthest away from the push that's coming towards you as an AWP, to faff around with a smoke and to push up. Everyone's main initiative is to drop site. Drop down to B, fall off, find a new line. Zywoo throws a smoke and peeks over it.
Yeah, there's a couple of players who can get away with those type of maneuvers. You know, if it wasn't the classic Zywoo getting away with 3, you'd be like, oh, he's really gone for another and giving away a death. But Zywoo gets the kills, makes it look easy. And yeah, it will just be JT saving down towards this decon, guys. So we'll show you some of these lovely replays here, getting it from all the angles. Using their own smoke against them in multiple ways there. So perfect stuff. And the round has expired. We're going to see how they can make this buy work for Extra Salt. This is looking like it's going to be an open and shut case. They can buy again. I think that Marky will be the only one lacking a rifle. JT might drop him that and go for a Galil or something, but then utility becomes a bit of a problem. So it's not great. The discussion that Extra Salt are having right now, they are between, they're in a rough spot. In a very, very rough spot here. Marky just down to the D. Okay, they need their nades. That makes sense for a team like Extra Salt. Squeaky blown off by Sonic. Smoke as well. Not going to continue forward, just keeping the CTs honest here. Suda's taking a lot of damage, and they're back up on the roof, lining up these same Molotovs here, Alex. Maybe more of just this top hit we've seen time and time again.
Kyojin, he's in such a good spot to deal with this, though. They're going down the vents instead. And that's the bomb. Fangs pulled it off. Straight down. Sonic looking for ramp control. Zywoo hasn't reacted yet. Smoke will enable the plant and the retreat. JT already taken down Zywoo, actually. From the ramp side, and OC even staying strong on the squeak. Vents is not a rotate option for them. Marky thinks better of going back up those vents, but he just wants to stop that rotate entirely.
I think they've done enough here, Extra Salt, to secure the 7th, right? If you're going to go for this as Vitality, there's no real need to do that at this point. It's a retake into potentially 5 players. Just hold on to what you got, give it a crack in the next, and just continue to get closer to closing that out. Yeah. That top hit that they're doing, right? The fact that they're able to get so much out of it, whether it's a fake, whether it is a top hit, whether it's the vent drop, it facilitates a lot of their plays, which is with most teams, what you're seeing is the yard plays and those smokes, and then just playing off of those, and then you'll bring in a top hit, or then you'll bring in a ramp hit. You know, you'll change, you'll mix it up from time to time.
It's a great find. Round 22, though. Let's get this party started.
Is it better or worse?
It's worse.
Okay.
Yeah, but Chad, no one can hear what we can hear.
So you and I are the only two people in the world losing our minds right now?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Well, we will ignore it to the best of our ability.
I'm so easily distracted, though. Oh. It stopped.
Okay, nice.
Right. Oh, we just sound crazy. Okay, either way, Masuta's holding close in front of the smoke, so Sonic could be in a lot of trouble.
Masuta's still going to be standing here. That Molotov was for the vent. Nobody was home.
You want to test Zywoo's ramp again? Oh, and there's no boost. It's just dry. Straight into the Frenchman. Marky wing clipped. Shock set up for success. He's just going to finish off a couple of those Skittles. Oh dear, 3 in quick succession and a 4th not far off. It's JT up against the world. The entire Vitality squad, and that P2K is back out in force. Zywoo equips it and finds 25 frags. He is looking to finish strong, as our Vitality looking to knock Extra Salt out of contention here.
Yeah, this has a lot of ramifications for Extra Salt. They needed to win a game here to lock themselves in for the Cologne Plains for the North American side of things. Now, I don't know how the points are going to shake out. Roster changes. We got a couple more weeks, I think, until everything gets completely locked on in. But it is, let's say, unlikely. I'm pretty sure it's not on the cards at all.
Oh, so this was their chance, and all they had to do was take a scalp.
Yeah, you wanted to...
But they were dealt a pretty dud hand.
Yeah, Astralis into Vitality.
Astralis, then Vitality. You just had to win one, man. To be fair, I guess that best of one really did become like the dream run for them in order to get that accrued points.
Okay, how much further can they push this one? Not looking good. Shock's just tapping away. Almost gets the third. Fang down to 75. Can retrieve the bomb, but it is a 4v3.
Zywoo and Apex, as the dust settles, are given the responsibility to close this out. It's Fang. 2 frags to the good already, but he's responsible for the plant, which does mean OC, with his very low HP, is responsible for a lot. Fang's back in action. Zywoo joins Apex, both from Hut and Lobby's side. Snapping Turtle, very brutal pistol and a clean find. It's only one, and Fang can't do it. There it goes. 16 is secure. The GGs are in the chat. An Extra Salt eliminated from DreamHack Masters Spring 2021. Vitality now waiting in the wings. It's a battle for survival in the lower bracket round 2. They'll be meeting the loser of Big Clan versus Heroic. Stay tuned for the desk. We'll be right back.
I can't look you in the face.